next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
We're back on a Tuesday. It's Crunch Time here on Woodward Sports, 11 to 1 weekdays. If you're watching, we appreciate you. Hit the like button on the stream. The crew is here. We were on the road yesterday for a very special event, but we're back in the stew. The boys are here. Jeff Iafrate, I'm your host. My co-host, Booner. We got KG on the sound. We got Caleb Zarnick.
Yo.
TD
Let's
and
go.
everything. We got a lot to get to today, fellas. Minicamp is here. Dan Campbell speaking to the media. We got clips we're going to play for the people. We'll get some other clips from other coaches. We got stock up, stock down today. Should be a good one. And then Caleb Zarnick, of course, shit you may not know.
Yes, I'm excited.
And the Tigers. And you know what, by the way, we'll talk some Colt Keith, too.
Colt Keith, yeah, I did hear Colt Keith is in the show prep today. So that should be interesting.
Yes, he deserves it. 3 homers yesterday. You kidding me?
Yeah,
he's back. Came into the game with 1 homer, but he's back.
Oh, yeah, you know what, before we like I said, we got a lot to get to, and I know we already have clips we're going to get to, and we'll probably – what do you say? That's the first break. We'll get to all the Dan Campbell stuff.
There's a lot of Dan Campbell. Dan spoke a little bit early, and he talked about the left guard position. He talked about
big time stuff.
Isaac Tesla. He talked about Minicamp. So there's a lot of different things. He's probably still at the podium right now, so unless it just ended. And then also we do have positional coaches today speaking to the media, offensive positional coaches. So should be exciting. We have a lot of things to talk about.
We see you guys in the chat. Nitty Gritty's in there. Tommy K. Anakin's in there as well. Kevin Bell, John Lord. We appreciate you guys. Aaron Green. Appreciate you guys joining. But I do want to get to the Tigers, though. Can we talk about the Tigers? Because they, it's crazy. The ebbs and flows. I know Neil always brings up the Jameis Winston experience. It feels like this Tigers team, there's a unique experience where if they win a game, they have like 9+ runs.
Yeah.
And if they lose, they put up like 2 runs.
That's
the Tigers' experience. And yesterday, the Tigers' experience was positive. They beat the Astros, scored 9 runs, and we multiple home runs. 1 from Kevin McGonigal. They had 3 from Colt Keith, 1 from Spencer Torkelson. We have this conversation every.
Yeah, I was gonna say every time I get pushed back out, I get pulled back in. It's a constant.
6 games.
I'm not gonna sit here and say they do it. I will be consistent a little bit. I did say before the Twins series, I said, hey, if they win the next 2 series, they're back, and they did not win the Guardians series. So I can't fully be like, hey, they're back, but last night really just pulls me back in, boys. If they win this Houston series and then they play the White Sox and win that series. I brought up the White Sox, did I not? I said, hey, after that series, if they win a couple after that one, this team has an opportunity to do something special.
Look, we haven't had a feel-good win for the Detroit Tigers in a long time. It seems like every win there's still some like, oh, but this. That was a nice win. Colt Keith gets his first home run, I think it was a couple days ago, and now they're starting to come in bunches. 3 yesterday. Look, he's been hitting the ball hard all season. And now they're going over the fence, which is huge for the Tigers' offense if that power can continue. There actually is a but with last night's game. That Wagspack dude, what's his name? Wagspack, the guy we got from the Brewers. He's a
Spackle.
He's a fucking he's a horrible pitcher.
Yeah, man.
I mean, what?
Spatula.
That is not a guy I expect to pitch many innings for the Tigers. And I thought Drew Anderson looked really good last night, and A.J. Hinch throws Wagspack in there, gives up 2 homers.
Wagyu?
Bad pitcher, but nonetheless, a great win for the Tigers.
Bandwagon?
Last night.
Nah, I mean, it's fun to see all of my friends on the Illich roller coaster. I got off a little bit ago, and I'm just watching y'all have fun on that. I'm sick of the Tigers roller coaster. However, it was a good win yesterday, a surprising win, but once again, you in Minute Maid Park. It's a park in which home runs are easy. I mean, see Colt Keith having 3 of them last night, a lot of them to that corner over there. And I'm just being real because, no, we got to be real about it because there's still some Tigers in there. If you look at their strikeout numbers, they struck out 18 times last night.
They did.
You look at runners in scoring position, they were 0 of 9. It just so happened that every time you got a hit, it was a home run. So this is how we have to live as Tigers fans, man. And yes, they are going to have offensive explosions like this, and I'm glad they got the dub. I really am. But once again, package it up. That was cute. Do it again.
Aaron Green in the chat, this comment's hilarious. He says, if they can triple their whole month totals every game, they'll be right in the wild card race.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all we need to do. It's
So
a
there's
great
a
way to look at
chance.
This is
it.
how we
It's
live
easy.
it, bro.
So there's a chance, though. That's what I'm
We
hearing.
living on the edge right now.
That's what
There's a
Aaron Green's
chance.
saying. If you can triple all of their whole month totals every game.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance. That's all I hear out of that. there's a chance this team gets back. If they win tonight and then they beat the White Sox, I'm telling you guys.
I wish I
They're
had
not
Booner's
back.
optimism.
They still won't be back. Like they're not.
Once they hit 5, if they get back to 500, what are they right now? How many games under 500?
Dude, they're like 11 games below 500.
I don't know.
They're
about
12
that.
games.
12.
There's still 5 or 6 teams in front
If
of
they somehow
Yeah.
get back to 500, I don't want any of you guys back on the Tigers bandwagon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, If they get back to 500, that means they're playing like unbelievable baseball.
Okay, and I don't want you hopping back on.
Hottest
That
team
is-
in
that is
baseball at that
baloney.
point.
That's baloney.
Booner, that's fair because you just throwing lipstick on a pig. At least that's how I'm looking at
Hey,
it. Like,
if it
this team
happens,
is-
I just want it on the record.
First of all, this team cannot win a World Series. Like, respectfully, they cannot. I don't even know if they can honestly compete in the playoff like the way they've looked this year. And I know injuries have played a part. Like, we got to be fair about it. But at the same time, the pieces are just not good enough, bro. So I think this team is fractured. You got to make a decision on Scooble, and you don't have time to see if the team can resuscitate in that time. So I'm kind of just out on the whole thing. But it's a good win last night.
I will.
Chuck in the chat said Booner is drunk on his Lions Kool-Aid. That's affecting his baseball thoughts. That's
Could be true.
honestly, it's how I approach my sports brain. Is hey, there's a chance, always a chance.
Yeah.
Until they're eliminated from the playoffs, there is a chance. That's how I look at it. And I know Sean on the morning shows, like I listen to him all the time, being like, those guys that just sit there and act like there's still a chance. It's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, a chance to live another day. That's
Hey,
great.
if we're in it, there's a chance. It's like when the Knicks were down 29. Everyone was like, it's over, man. I can't believe it. They came back.
Congratulations.
They did.
Congrats, you get
There's still
another
a season.
24 hours.
What is it? It's June. How many more months are left of the season?
July, August, 3.
Plus June, half of June, 3.5.
Do you believe?
Yeah, hey, I believe.
I
But
hear
once
you,
they
Dion.
come back and they're 500 again, I don't want any of you jumping on that bandwagon.
6 games.
I'm
6
pulling
games.
away on the
I hear you,
bandwagon.
Dion. It's cool. You got it, bro.
Up for speculation says I'm going to cry if I have to keep hearing about the Tigers again. We just got to see what happens at this point.
Seriously. I just want it to play out, but people don't want to do that. Don't let the Tigers get hot. So
Yeah, no, that's fair. Jess says, Sean is such a Tigers bummer.
How can you not be a Tigers bummer?
Yeah,
they're a bad team.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't- like
They're
thank you.
They're a bad team.
They're not a good
Like,
team.
Again, when they're
have
a
good
bummer and
players,
they're a bad
they're
team,
not a
I
good
don't
team.
want to hear it when they become a good team.
I don't think you'll
stay
ever
on that
hear it.
side.
I don't think you'll hear it, though.
There's
the rest of the
there's a
season.
big line across the room here, and when Sean's up here, there's a big line around Sean. Don't cross that line if they somehow get back in this
You
race.
can
That
gatekeep
is-
all you want, Booner.
That is
I
such
will.
bullshit.
The reason
No,
I'm-
it's not. It's
Yeah,
it's
that is-
real.
no, it's not.
The reason I'm so down is because I'm so passionate about this team. Because before this, we had a fucking over a decade of despair, and you finally got a somewhat winning product in this town. And what do they do? Typical Chris Illich shit, So I'll just leave it at
usually
that.
when you draw a line in the sand, there's sometimes where if you do that, I'm like, man, this one I'm like, go ahead, draw a line, dude. I don't think anyone's gonna be wanting to go over there with you. I'm gonna be honest. I think you might just be there by yourself.
I'll stay on this side of the line by myself.
Usually it's like a damn, like what if they do? I then Booner. Nah, you can have
One
it.
of those things. Hold.
You
You're
can
right.
draw. No,
Hold!
Oh, that-
This is one of those. You're on
Sit
your
there and
own.
hold.
That shit been leaking for a long time. Bro.
Soldier, you're on your own. All right. Chuck says there are 27 outs in 9 innings. We had 18 strikeouts last night. It's almost like they could have left their left fielders in the dugout, and it would have been the same result.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fair, Chuck. It's fair. It's funny to keep having this conversation because I just want to get the vibes of Booner every time I bring it up. But
It's a
yeah.
roller coaster for me, man. I enjoy the roller coaster too. I don't like roller coasters.
the
so
lines
this
draw.
is mine.
The lines draw.
I'll be down here with the slushy, bro. I got you.
Booner, when you
once you get off, because you're gonna get off.
No, I'm on.
The ride's gonna
I'm
end.
on for the ride.
Booner, when you think Detroit Tigers, do positive thoughts go in your head? Like
Not
honestly.
always, obviously not. But when I see a game where they win 9-3 or 9, whatever it was, and they hit a billion home runs, and they did it last week, it's like, hey, there's really still a life there. It's like there's a heartbeat. I could see the heartbeat. The only again, they're not the worst team right now. And you could be like, well, they have the
close.
worst record.
They're pretty close.
But
Yeah,
that's
they're-
only because of the month of May. The month of May was just a historic bad month. If they cut that month in half and they're playing the way they're playing right now, we're all sitting here having a different conversation. It's you're just letting that May black cloud just.
No, it's
well, no,
not.
they're only
You
a
had-
couple games from being the worst team.
But that's because of the month of May.
And
No,
Booner,
but I'm reading the-
Booner,
I'm
you
reading the
just
record
lost
here
a
on it.
series to the Indians like last week, and that set back your progress.
What is
man.
Neil's like? I'm just reading the standings.
No,
Yeah, well, I'm
they're
reading the
couple
standings,
games.
but also let's do the standings in just the month of June.
Oh, so
No,
you
you
can't
can't do that.
I can
Okay,
because I just did.
So you're just eliminating it. So you're just eliminating literally a
But
probably
that's my
half the
point. Is
season
in
right
May was a black cloud. If they're over
No,
a 500
let them
team
do it.
since May,
But games, singular games don't matter. You have to win series.
Gotta
Oh,
Like, you have to win
How many
series to
series have
make
they
up
won
this
in June?
hole.
Let's talk series. How many series have they won in June so far?
I mean, they just got swept.
They
by the
won 2
Guardians.
series.
Yeah, like,
Oh, one,
literally, bro.
2, 3. They won 3 of their 4 series in June.
And how
So
many-
if we're talking about
and how many
winning
series have they won in
series,
total?
if we're talking series, they've won 3 of the
Well,
last
well-
4 series, and they have an opportunity
Are we-
versus
Hey,
Houston to win 4
take
of the
that
last
4 and expand
5.
that number.
Hold
Take
on,
that
hold on.
4 and
But that's
expand
what but again, you're not listening to my point. And I don't want to get into this yelling match like we did yesterday, guys. But what I'm saying is, you're talking series, right?
Yeah.
Well, I say take May away because it was such a bad month.
You can't. You're
You're
doing
right.
the Calvin
I'm
Shepard.
talking about June.
You're doing the Calvin Shepard.
I'm talking about June, though. In June, they've won
Calvin.
3 or 4 series, guys.
You called me out for doing the Calvin Shepard. You're
I
literally
did,
doing
but
the
they've
Calvin
won
Shepard.
3. I'm talking June. We know May was historically bad. I know that. I can admit that. Hand up. But if we're talking in June, people are talking about winning series. They've won 3 of their last 4 series. Potentially, they're about
But
to
you
win 4
have
of their
to
last
keep
5.
doing it. We
Well,
can't pimp it like it's a good thing.
Oh, okay. So you know what? Winning 3 or 4 series when you're
No.
That's a bad
No,
thing. according
No,
to
it's
these guys.
not. I'm just saying, bro. You
They've
have to
won
keep
3 of the
going at
last
this
4
point.
series.
Okay.
Are those facts, right, boys? We're around
Facts.
them?
Now, what
Facts?
does that
Okay.
mean to you?
It
Are they
means
back?
that they're slowly crawling back.
Okay.
No, they can't do it slowly though. Like they have to have like an historic June to get back even in the mix.
They've
To
won
even
3
get
of the last 4
close.
series.
Like, you don't realize the hole that they are in right now, bro.
Let's get to a more positive team. Huh? Let's get to the Detroit Lions. Dan
Yes,
Campbell
yes.
spoke. We got some clips we got to get to. He talked left guard. He talked. Apparently, the coaches went to Petoskey. They took a little trip to Petoskey.
Did they get on a boat?
Uh,
Justin got a boat in Petoskey,
yeah,
man.
you know, I don't know. I'm assuming they stayed somewhere nice. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about all those comments. But first, I got to tell you about our friends over at Planet Fitness. Allow me to do that. I'm actually going to the Royal Oak one. It's where I go. But you can go anywhere. But anywhere there's a Planet Fitness, you can work out. So what makes it so great. They're everywhere. Over 2,700 clubs nationwide, with 50 just in Metro Detroit. Access to the Black Card Spa, where you get all the cool amenities, which I use. The hydro massage, you can bring a free guest as well. $24.99 a month. We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. One's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Tigers fans, I know exactly what you need. It's Peer Psychiatry, because we talk about sports every day. The Tigers that are back, maybe, and the Lions that hopefully will be back in the playoffs. But in real life, it's never really that easy. At Woodward Sports, you're never alone, and neither is your mental health journey. So check out our friends over at Pure Psychiatry. They provide personalized psychiatric care designed specifically for you, not a cookie-cutter plan. specifically for you. They got 16 locations in Michigan, 2 in Ohio, and they make getting help accessible and comfortable. Please visit the website for looking for help at peerpsychmi.com.
You liked some of the competition here in OTAs, and now you get set to minicamp. Have you liked how that's kind of developed?
It's been good. It's there again. You see what it's going to be, what it can become going into training camp. When now it becomes live and real bullets are flying. That fires us up. We'll get. That O-line group, we get Barge back in the fold, who'll be ready to go for training camp, along with, all those other guys that are in there. We're excited about that, as well as the D-line. And, we got it everywhere, safeties. So, we're excited. We're excited.
Dan Campbell spoke about competition, just like Brad did yesterday, talking to Spencer Raxter at the Calvin Johnson Celebrity Golf Classic, and they both are on the same page, just like they are every year when it comes to this stuff, competition, and they're not done adding, according to Brad Holmes. We had that conversation yesterday, but he is, I guess, when you're talking about specific positions that have the most competition, it's no question safety. I think that's like by far, and left guard, obviously, which we'll get to in a little bit, but safety's a battle right now, and it deservedly so. I think, and I said this last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever we talked about it, that safety room to me is wide open, depending on what happens with Kirby, obviously with that Brian Branch spot, because there's so many guys that, to me, are kind of in the similar tier. Like, I look at Christian Izien, Maddox, Chuck Clark, throw him in there, Thomas Harper. All those guys, to me, are kind of in a similar bucket. So it's all about competition right now. So we'll see who comes out on top of that.
I think the most interesting part about this whole thing with the Lions this offseason is, like, when you bring up the competition word, is outside of the All-Pros, which, yes, they have 2 All-Pros on each side of the ball right now, essentially, maybe even more. But outside of those guys, every single other position group, there's a battle. And Dan, like today, we might have a clip later, or there might be a clip that he spoke about today, though, as he essentially just said, hey, I don't care who you are or what you are, you're fighting for a position, basically. And that's, like, I think the most important thing about this team right now is you do have a lot of depth, you do have a lot of different really good players, and unless you're like Panay Sewell or like Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra, or like Jared Goff, but like in some of these different positions that people have been up in the air, especially defensively, like you said, Jeff, the safety room, when you just have 2 safeties that are out right now, and then you have, the nickel position, you have the corners. I even think the corners, there's a battle going on. The linebackers outside of Jack Campbell, interior defenders, edges, like there are battles going on. And that's the reason they built this roster this offseason the way they did. And Brad yesterday telling Spencer, hey, man, like, we're not done yet. We're still bringing guys in. And when people hear us say the name Jadeveon Clowney and Bobby Wagner and these different names, like, it's not because it's like the cute name or it's the, the diamond out there in free agency. It's because, like, you genuinely in this room, in this building right now, you need the most competition to push some of these guys to the next level, and especially on the defensive end. And I think that's where Dan's at, and that's where they're at, and that's why you see so much depth in the safety room, and that's why Dan speaks to the media. And every time he's asked about minicamp, training camp, OTAs, the one word that keeps coming up, and I think this is the key word to the offseason, it's competition. And it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep coming up. And I think that's going to make this team take another jump, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, the thing that makes it interesting, too, is that it's not just a ton of young guys in this competition. There's a lot of veterans, too, that have been through a ton of mini camps, that have been through a ton of training camps. So they know how to push each other, like a guy like Chuck Clark, a guy like Christian Izien, guys that have been around the league. It's going to be fun to see competitions with them being veterans.
Yeah, let me throw out a name for you guys. All right, I was kind of saving this to talk about it during I figured we'd talk at some point about competition, but I want to talk to Lions fans about a player I think people need to pay more attention to, and I've been seeing him being reported a lot. Detroit Lions fans, keep an eye on UDFA Anthony Lucas.
Love it.
Uh-oh.
Okay? Because Calvin Shepard said it himself. I turned on his film when he was at USC against LSU, and Calvin Shepard said he was a game wrecker. Now, if you go look at the box score and go look at the game, he wasn't dominant. Even if you look at his stats in college, he wasn't dominant statistically. But he held Will Campbell, who to one of his worst PFF grades of his 3-year college career, 50.9. So the stats in that game don't indicate how dominant he was, and it's about the physical frame that he possesses, 6'4", 6'5", 260 pounds, and he's going to push some guys on the edge for competition that we talk about a lot. Now, they have guys in that room like Ahmed, who was drafted. They brought in Derek Moore. But Anthony Lucas was a sought-after UDFA who's now with the Detroit Lions. And I'm not saying he's going to, dominate and be the number 2 edge. But what I am saying is that dude is a prime example of what Dan says when he says competition. Yep. Somebody who has the size, the speed, the tangibles, the intangibles. Maybe not the statistics, but someone that I think could give guys a run for their money. Anthony Lucas, for sure.
I think that's a great name. I saw actually someone the other day talking about him. I think the Doc might have also put an article at some point about Anthony Lucas, breaking that down. He's got the talent at the end of the day. He should have been drafted. He was a guy that should have been drafted and somehow fell out of the draft. That's the one thing I think within this Lions organization too right now that you have is whether you're a UDFA, you're a 4th-round pick, a 3rd-round pick, a 1st, a 6th, whatever it is, you're going to have an opportunity for a position on this team.
Definitely.
Especially to start. And as long as, if you go out there and compete, they're going to give you that opportunity. So I kind of love that. I do. And I think in that edge room, too, I know we keep talking about, hey, bring more guys in. That's just another piece. Like Ahmed Hassanin, who we just barely talked about all year because he was out last year, that's a guy that's going to come in there and compete as well. So you got him, you got Anthony Lucas, you have, Peyton Turner. I know a lot of people have first-round talent. Like you have these names that are going to come in and compete on the defensive end of the ball. I'm interested to see how he is, actually. I know pads. You need pads, though.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing. You need to get pads on. Man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's easier to probably judge those guys, the O-line, the D-line, when they get pads on, probably training camp. But just kind of keeping an eye out. I think Anthony Lucas is one of those guys. Marcus Newsom says Lucas was the highest-ranked player on Kuiper's big board to go as a UDFA. Well, if Kuiper said it,
right,
he's in.
Then it's real.
Kuiper's that's the Godfather.
The hairpiece has spoken.
Yeah, he's Kuiper. If Kuiper said it, I'm all in. I am all in. Marcus Newsom also said camp battles are more relevant than they have been since Dan's first year here. I think there's some truth to that for sure.
It's more of an emphasis this year, though.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Dan Campbell said it from the minute the offseason started. He wanted more competition, and they got that.
I think they realized a little bit, and financially wise, salary wise, they are really top heavy, and I think they realized that a little bit the last 2 years when the injuries do hit. You're sitting there going, hey man, like our big time players get hurt, we have no one else, and it's such a big drop off to where other contending teams, they do get injuries. Like it's gonna happen. It's part of the game. No matter what, you're gonna have some sort of injuries. It's about like what's that drop off look like? And I think the last 2 years it's shown this drop off for the Lions. It's like Mount Everest.
We live off the practice squad way too much.
And it's an insane drop off. You're dropping off from Mount Everest while like the Eagles are dropping off from like a little like anthill.
Right.
Like that's literally what it is. And that's what it feels like. And I think they realized that this offseason. And they're like, all right, we need and this was like, I think this is just my analysis from it.
Mm-hmm.
I do, like I've said it before on the show, I do think that the rumor of Dan and Brad butting heads a little bit was true to a sense of, I think Dan was frustrated. Again, I don't have a report, nothing, but I think Dan was more so frustrated on the side of, hey, Dan or Brad, we need competition.
Better talent.
Like I can't sit out here and have practice squad guys that have gone undrafted 6 years ago that are just a journeyman in the NFL competing for a starting edge spot. Like I can't have that. Like I can't compete in the NFL. You want us to compete for a Super Bowl? I can't do that when those are the guys in our building. And I think now this year, Brad took that into account, and that's why he revamped this edge room. That's why, I know he didn't bring Alex Anzalone back, but he went out, that linebacker room's kind of deep still. We don't know the talent-wise, but it's still deep with Rodrigo back. Safety, the secondary, they went out and got 5 or 6 vets and like legit dudes that could start for a lot of NFL teams to come in and compete. And on the offensive line, they got guys to compete too. So I think Brad took that like serious. I think Dan might have put a little pressure on him, as he should have.
By the way, we got a super chat. Side list. My bad for not noticing right away. He says, thank you for the $5. He says, when are the Tigers going to be good? When Chris worries about his legacy, or his son takes over and empties the clip, or they sell the team? Those are all very different situations. I mean, Chris worrying about legacy would definitely, if he gave a shit about legacy, then that would factor in. But I don't think that's the case. Not too familiar with his son. I know he's a fan of the network, by the way.
Shout out.
So shout out to him as well. But we'll see.
Maybe the good Illich owners skip a generation. Mike was good.
Yeah. That's
eventually,
fair.
but he was kind of stubborn in the beginning too. So
yeah,
he learned.
That's true. Marcus says Kuiper had Anthony Lucas ranked 152 on his top 200 board.
Ooh. That's good. When we did after the draft, I don't have it in front of me, but I did do a graphic that was like where each player was projected to get picked and where we ended up picking them. And Anthony Lucas, I could be so wrong on this. I think he was a projected like 4th or 5th round guy. Like he was almost, I think, supposed to be a day 2 guy. Fell to the third day. Doesn't go drafted. I don't know
one of those measurable
guys.
guys.
Yeah, he's an intangibles guy. Because he had 4 sacks in college or something like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Shamar Stewart.
Like a career. Yeah, 4 sacks.
So like he has it all there, and I think a lot of people like he was going to be a draft pick, and you ended up getting him as a UDFA.
Let's take a break. We come back. We got more Dan Campbell clips to get to. He talked about Isaac Tesla. He talked about left guard. We're gonna get to all of that and more. And we're already getting quotes from the other guys. Mike
Not
Kafka.
the movie.
Mike Kafka.
Great movie.
He spoke about
Mike Kafka's
Goff.
where he's been
So
at.
we're going to get to that as well.
Okay.
But before we do that, Booner, can you tell us about Thrive?
Let me tell you guys about Thrive. Most people think that energy comes in a 16-ounce can full of sugar and neon-colored liquid, but you know better. It's time to upgrade your game with Thrive energy pouches. It's a tobacco-free, nicotine-free mental powerhouse with 300 milligrams of clean and smart caffeine, including alpha-GPC and L-theanine. You get no sugar crash, no jitters, zero bloating, none of that stuff. It can be found online at dipstop.com using promo code WSN for 15% that entire order, or you can find it at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. It's Thrive, clean energy, zero distractions. They just effing work.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Thrive energy pouches give me the energy and clarity to find and beat the shit out of every opportunity that shows its face.
Live and direct, I'm back on set action. Create the wave, we cannonball splash 'em. Mic cord swinging, get your head chopped. Point blank, dead stop. 16 bars in a headlock.
Thrive energy pouches are for the people who actually want to win, not for the crybabies out there who are happy with a participation award. There's zero sugar, so give Thrive a try.
Go.
Wake you up every Monday through Friday on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. That's right, Big D Energy has moved to mornings. Get your morning dose of Neil's tone and Sean's insanity. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Two Detroit sports legends coming together for the best Detroit sports morning show there is. Big D Energy, waking you up weekdays on Detroit's #1 sports network.
If you're looking for a mortgage or a career upgrade, check out Mortgage Pros, the #1 mortgage broker to work for in the state of Michigan. We saw their incredible company culture firsthand at their annual block party. Braylon show was out there, and their team, it truly loves what they do, and it shows. They have 4.9 stars on Google and over 4,000 reviews. The reputation that speaks for itself. So if you're looking for a new job, give Mortgage Pros in Troy a call at 248-416-1361. Again, Mortgage Pros, let the pros handle it.
I just want to ask about the left guard position. We've seen Christian Mahogany line up there for most of OTAs that we saw. What are your expectations for him entering year 3, and how open do you view that left guard position competition?
Yeah, it's open, and look, Mahogany's very much in that. You know, I mean, he played a couple of games for us in 24, and then he started for us until he had the injury, came back, started again. And so we know he's got ability, he's got potential. But there's a reason why we brought in Bartz. There's a reason why Frazier's here. There's a reason why all those guys are in there. You know, we may try Manu a little bit. I mean, we're going to let this thing go and see what happens. You know, and it'll be good. It'll be good for all of them. You know, when you have somebody nipping at your heels or constantly you're having to compete with and push and you guys are all competing for the same thing, it's good for everybody. So.
Dan Campbell talking about competition at left guard, which there's a lot of guys competing. Even Giovanni Manu, he's in there too.
Yuck.
He's in there too.
By the way, he brought his name up. I will say this too. After, you know who he got brought up after this? Colby Sorsdale.
Doc had him as a cut candidate.
Yeah,
He's just
he is a
doing his
cut
due
candidate,
diligence.
but they brought Colby Sorsdale up, and he was like, hey, coming off that injury, anything's possible. He said, I've seen guys in the league go through things like Colby did and come out and be a really good starter.
Yeah,
I'm not saying Colby's going to do that.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying the name. You're throwing out Giovanni Manu like Dan did. Dan also threw out Colby. I don't know if that makes you feel better or worse.
No, we've seen crazy things in this league. We've seen someone almost die on a field and then come back, and he played football after that.
That's true.
So we've seen some crazy stuff. You know?
Jess in the chat said Manu has become one of those 4-letter words that I don't want to hear.
Will it happen?
I feel like with Manu and Sorsdal, like you just said, like I think he's doing his due diligence. Like he's not just not going to bring them up. Like those are two bad players. They're not going to make the team.
Well, I think with Manu, I think they're trying to find a way to like they have.
That's the issue.
Gone all the way in on Giovanni Manu,
so
and
gross.
they've used so many resources to kind of get him to that spot. So they're just like, all right, last resort. Let's try him out at guard. Let's see what he can do. And there is an open left guard spot. Like I think it's very. I don't think Christian Mahogany. It's like you're the starting left guard. Like is he in pictures with all those guys and hanging out with them? Yeah, Christian Mahogany is. He's around the starters and they like him. Is he good enough to be like your starting left guard? Like Dan said, Ben Barch is a name that like, hey, he might be the best left guard in the building right now.
Yeah.
But he just needs to stay healthy and he might beat out Christian Mahogany. I think that's the best thing going on right now for this Lions offensive line is there's so many guys competing at left guard. They needed that. They needed that desperately.
Manu at guard, though, is crazy.
It's scary.
I mean, well, imagine if it works. I mean, he big enough.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody get through him. Ain't nobody get past him. So.
You know what, though, KG, the benefit of that is he doesn't have the foot speed. You think he's got better at guard.
No gut.
But here's the thing. He's got no gut either, which is a massive part
No
of this
gut,
equation.
no foot speed.
But here's
what about his calves, Jeff?
He's got massive calves. Which could be, I don't know, that could be beneficial. There's a lot of things to dissect here. But I think the thing for me I got to take away from this is whenever you see a player trying different positions,
it's normally not good.
You know,
yeah,
you're just burying him. Just burying him, dude. Just seal it already. just take it.
But the Lions like that, though.
Man.
They like people that can do multiple things.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to find the positive. I've seen this too many times. I've seen this where a player's brought in to play a position, he stinks, and then Dan Campbell, because he's a great coach and he tries to find the positive. He's
good
like,
dude, right?
We're gonna try him here because you never know. I've seen it. Dan knows it too, man. This guy's it's like the beep.
All right.
Beep.
Is it?
It's almost. It's
is
about
it
the
Dan
flat
or
line.
is it Brad? Maybe pushing that. Like, hey, bro, try and make this shit work.
Yeah.
I spent a 3rd round pick on it. Hey, try and make this shit work.
Maybe it is Brad. But yeah, he's close to flatlining guys.
Yeah.
Obviously metaphorically.
It's good to hear his name again, though. I kind of forgot about it.
It is good.
No, it's not good to hear his name. I mean, Booner, sportsbook guy. What do you think the Vegas odds would be that Christian Mahogany trots out with the ones?
Well, the odds right now, I think like if we're being realistic, he probably is leading the battle because he was like the one that started last year in that spot.
Minus 110.
Yeah, minus 110. But then you have.
Do you think Miles Frazier's second?
Yes. I think I don't
Plus
think so. I think
250.
Ben Barch right now for
Ben
Dan
Barch,
to bring Ben
because
Barch
because of the pedigree.
And I think Miles Frazier. I would love for him to be in that spot. I think Miles Frazier has the highest ceiling. I think he's incredible. Right? He has the size. He has the speed. Like he could do it all. I think it's more so just like the transition to becoming an NFL offensive lineman. You could be so good, but if you can't understand the schemes and everything, like it could put you behind.
And he was
behind a
injured
lot.
too. So.
And injuries, so that puts you back a little more. But like I think Ben Barch. I think if we did this is how close it is, guys. If we did odds on Detroit Lions left guard positions, like KG said, Christian Mahogany minus 110, and then you're looking at Ben Barch at plus 120, and then you're looking at like plus 150 Miles Frazier, and then you're looking at about plus 500 Giovanni Manu, and then we're going to keep going at about plus 3,000 Colby Sorsdale. That's it right there. If I'm missing someone, I apologize, but that's kind of how I look at it. But I think those top 3 guys with Miles Frazier, Christian Mahogany, and Ben Barch, I think those are the 3 guys that you're really looking at, and you're like, can those guys compete for that spot?
Tev Sauce, appreciate the $2. Don't worry, we're not forgetting your super chats. Dan, he says, Dan hyping up Tesla, 300-yard season loading, LFG.
That's good, man.
What were you going to say, Caleb?
No, I was just going to say, I honestly think Mahogany is the not the heavy, heavy favorite. I'm going to say like minus 275 on Christian Mahogany, and then I think Ben Barch was closer to a plus 250 range. I just thinking, look, I keep looking back to that. I think it was 2 years ago, that Mahogany Vikings game. That was some of the best guard play I've seen in a long time from a Detroit line, and I'm just going to keep looking back at that. Obviously, there was a lot of bad football from Christian Mahogany last year, but there was also some good football. I think Christian Mahogany right now is
I like him at
pretty close
about 300. I'm with you, minus 300. I like him.
I think we're overselling how good he was. Like, if you
let me give
you guys a homework assignment. Go watch that Steelers game last year.
The
one where they couldn't run the ball and they could not. They had first and goal. And
Here's the problem.
He was
I don't
so
think
bad.
me and Caleb, and I could be wrong, Caleb, I'll speak for myself. I'm not going to get into like a skill argument. I'm getting into the like what they got argument.
Yeah.
Like there's no way, like Ben Barch, cool. Okay?
But Ben Barch has
fine.
started and been decent at guard. It's the only
and
issue
we've
with
seen
Ben
Mahogany
Barch.
start and be decent.
We have, but again, Ben Barch,
and he has camaraderie already too.
But there's
and
a reason
that
Barch
okay,
is,
we can lean towards the minus 300 if you guys want, but I still think it's close. Like you have to pick
I
these
think
guys
it's closer than y'all
Like
think.
I think if you're looking at a position battle in the offense right now, the number one right now is left guard.
Why
And
are
I
we
think
even
it's
talking
wide
about
open.
the spot otherwise?
Like
No,
Dan
it's
Mahogany's supposed to have
there's
this
a
shit
lot
on
of
lock. They
Exactly.
slotted him in as a 6th-round pick. They immediately slotted him.
And Dan Campbell today literally just got asked about it, and he wasn't like, hey, that's Mahogany's spot to lose.
Yeah.
He was like, no, we brought guys at this position in for a reason. That's the one position on this offensive line that needs to be
It's just the guys he named too are funny too. He's like, we got Colby, we got Giovanni Manu. Like
it ain't the best list, but I'm just saying.
And by the way, Kevin Bell said, Booner, nobody could run the ball in Pittsburgh or Cleveland last season. Guys, I just want you. You can go watch all 22 film on NFL.com and pay for NFL Plus subscription. That's what I do. You can literally go on there and you could watch full games, every single angle of what Christian Mahogany looked like in that game, and it gives you it takes away confidence. And I know it's one game, and I haven't gone through all of his games, but the one time I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go watch the offensive line in this game. I'm gonna go see what they did. Every time it seemed like it was a Christian Mahogany issue, missed assignment, just getting blown up at the line constantly. It was like over and over and over, and that was just in the first half. I didn't even watch the second. I was just like, this is ridiculous. And I like Christian Mahogany. I think he's a good player, and I think at his peak he's good. But it's like, hey, you have to look at other options at that point. You just have to compete.
No,
that's all it comes down to.
I'm with you. I think he's the best they got. I do. When it's all said and done.
I feel
not saying they should not upgrade that. I'm saying in the future we got to upgrade that spot.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's like Chris Mahogany's the answer. I just think he's going to end up winning the job, and he's going to be the starting left guard. You think I'm thrilled about it? No. Would I love Giovanni Manu? No, I'm just kidding. Him to step in there?
Do you think Panay being on that side makes a difference?
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
That actually might be huge for him. Actually, now that you think when you say
and
that.
having Cade Mays instead of Glasgow.
Yeah, I think there is
the year he started.
positives.
He had Frank and he had Decker next
Right,
to him,
that's a fact.
and everyone was like, he's a starter.
That's a fact.
Again, he deserves. I'm not saying it's just a bunch of excuses for him, but that's definitely factoring into that. We should probably. What do we over break? We should probably head to break now. What time is it?
11:30.
Yeah. Let's. No, we got a couple more minutes. We got some more minutes.
Yeah.
Let's. we got another one we should play. We got the Tesla clip.
Well, the
we
Tesla.
let's do that.
Should we? Do you want to wait for that one? That could be longer because that's a.
Okay.
It's been a hot topic lately.
Well, you guys
let's
want to
get
talk
to
about
the
Laporta?
comments.
There's one on Laporta. Yeah, we can do Laporta.
Let's do
Laporta
because
the Laporta one.
It's a shorter one. Yeah.
Why not?
Let's get to
Coincides with the offensive line a little bit.
Dan Campbell and Laporta's health. Let's hear from the head coach.
And
Sam trending like he'll be ready for the start of camp.
We like where he's going. You know, he's trending the right way.
There you go.
I thought we had more than that.
Man, a few words. Dan Campbell.
That's what she said.
He's so back. And Laporta is so back. No, I mean, by the way, he is having a kid, so congrats to Sam Laporta. Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out, man.
But
make sure you get your sleep, Sam.
It's a back injury. Yeah. He's trending the right way.
I think Sam Laporta, I'll say this, like, just straight up.
Doesn't really.
Solo shot, Caleb?
Uh-oh.
Sam Laporta is going to be back next year, and he's going to be at that all-pro level.
Greatest season of all time.
If Sam Laporta is healthy again.
Hot take alert.
If he's healthy again in this offense with Drew Petzing, look what Drew Petzing did with Trey McBride. And again, this is one of those things where it's like, well, Booner, you think Amon-Ra is going to do this? Guys, like, we saw Amon-Ra and Sam Laporta have elite seasons in the same year. Sam Laporta, under Drew Petzing is going to go out there and he's going to put up. He'll be a Pro Bowler minimum.
Yeah.
If he's healthy for 17 games, if the back holds up. Jeff's laughing at me because I've said every player is going to be great on this offense, but I believe it.
They are that deep of an
offense. There ain't no question
it.
you believe it.
I believe it.
No, but they are that kind of offense. We do have to give them that credit.
Yeah, and with
they
Drew
are
Petzing
a
in
top
there,
5 offense.
we know what Drew Petzing, what is he like? His favorite thing, it's tight ends. So you're sitting there, you're going, hey, Amon-Ra could have 1,500 yards like I think he's going to. Sam Laporta can also have over 1,000 if he's healthy. He can.
Yeah.
And he'll have 10-plus touchdowns this year.
I don't doubt it. I do think his yardage takes a hit. Kind of similar to when Johnny Moe took over. It took a hit a little bit.
But I think with Drew's a tight end guy. He likes tight ends. So it's like,
but they have multiple.
How big of a hit?
They have Conk too. And shout out to Conk. I like the addition of Conk. I think they're going to use him a lot because he is a better pass catcher than a Brock Wright. But
I'm confident in Sam Laporta this year. I knew this was going to happen, man.
We really got to do this though, bro.
Oh, the yardage count.
We really got to do the yardage count, dude.
I love
it. You know what's funny? It's like a good. I love it. I love the build up here when we get to these stat breakdowns. Booner's going to be in a freaking pickle.
Jared Goff's going to throw for 6,500.
No, he's actually going to throw for 4,500 and it's going to work.
And you have 4,003 players, so we got to find out what's going on with the other guys.
Let's just quick math: 1,600 in Amon-Ra.
Offensive player of the year.
All right, 16 for Amon-Ra. I got it.
1,000 for J-Mo. That's at 26.
Okay.
And 1,000 for Laporta. We're at 36.
You run it out of people.
We have 1,000 left. We have 1,000 left. We have 1,000 left.
We got 1,000 left.
We have 1,000 to work with left. Then you
divide that up with Tesla.
You give Tesla 400, Conklin 200.
Jameer, he doesn't really do nothing this
year.
Jameer,
Jameer 500.
Oh yeah, Jameer.
And then Greg
give him 150 receiving.
We got to get Dortch involved, man.
Yeah, man.
So, hey, Greg, I'm sorry, man. We don't have enough for you, dude.
We got to get Dortch involved.
You can have 50, man.
Wow. Yeah, that is. Yeah, it all does tie together. I mean, you said Goff MVP candidate,
Drew Petzing, future head coach.
Well, that comes with it, obviously. Right. That guy, this dude might be head coach this year. I mean, with that,
I'm essentially just parlaying everything together, and I'm all in. That's all it is.
Booner, here we go. The Lions will be the. So this is what you're saying, and honestly,
greatest show on turf.
Not that crazy. They're going to be the 6th team in NFL history to have 3 guys record 1,000 receiving yards.
Yes.
That's insane.
And you're saying that with a lot of confidence.
said a couple years ago.
That's like an historic team.
A few years ago, I said they were going to be the first team that had 2,000-yard or 1,000-yard backs and 2 players to have over 1,000 yards. I think that would have been the first ever. I don't think they'll do.
Though.
They weren't that year. They were literally like 50 yards off. And people, when I put when we put that reel out 2 years ago, people were like, "Booner, you're insane. It'll never happen." They're 50 yards short. And it was because Demon got hurt, I believe.
Yeah.
So he didn't get to play in all the games. Now this year, you look at it. Okay, take away 1,000-yard back. Now we're putting a lot of that into receiving. This is going to be the first time. Caleb, we can check. 3,000-yard receivers. That's Sam Laporta included as a tight end.
Yeah.
And 1,000-yard back.
I mean, I hope Booner's right because that means the offensive line came together perfectly. Yeah. Like year one, everybody, it was all good. Like that's the only way that works. Like I don't think it's possible. A crazy thing to say.
It's
not, bro. They are that kind of offense. They do have that kind of firepower. If everything's working in concert, though.
What's going to happen is they're all going to come close, and then you guys are going to Jeff's going to have to be like, "Oh, Booner, I guess, man." Like, yeah,
but you are asking for a lot of time.
I am,
because injuries are going to happen. Things are going to happen.
I am confident in this offense. Like, very confident that this offense is.
I'm not mad at the take, though.
I think we're all. I'm confident. I love Drew Petzing.
How about like Pro Bowl for Laporta? Let's get him back at a Pro Bowl level.
I think that's fair. I mean, MVP candidate, Offensive Player of the Year, couple Pro Bowlers, couple All-Pros. I think this is – I mean, I'd put him one at the power rankings, honestly. I mean, this roster's fucking stacked, dude. I mean, you know what, though? I respect it. I do. And at least you're consistent. You know, you're all on offense. So
I wish there was a way I could just parlay all that together. Honestly, there should be.
There probably is a way.
We got to figure it out then.
So is Gibbs? Could we have 2 Offensive Player of the Year candidates? Maybe like Gibbs sneaks in there as a
maybe, but I think it's going to be Amon-Ra.
Offensive Player of the Year.
I mean, you got Amon-Ra 1,600, bro. Like,
yeah, I think Amon-Ra is in that conversation. I think this is a year for Amon-Ra.
Well, if we're talking, does 1,600 get it done?
The year of Amon-Ra and Laporta.
Does 1,600 get it done?
It doesn't win it, but he'll be
It should.
My thing was always he's going to be a finalist for it. It was the same thing with Goff as MVP, where he's going to be a finalist for it. Because when you get 1,600, I did look it up. like Justin Jefferson, JSN, Puka, like all these guys that have gotten 1,600. When you hit that mark, CeeDee Lamb, I think at one point, then you're in that. You're talked about as offensive player of the year. And he's been at
16 and how many tutties?
He's been at. Well, I mean, Amon-Ra, guys, he's gonna have 8+.
25.
So that's a
you're right. 1,625.
That's gonna be a minimum.
Booner didn't like that.
25 tutties will be nuts.
This guy will not stop coming. Oh, we gotta go to break, man. I'm sorry for those who heard that. If you're listening on a
family show, sorry.
If you're listening on a podcast platform, I did not just whisper that in your ear. I promise you, I did not just say that. That was a drop. Let's get to Gold Crown, man.
Let's do it.
Yeah, please, bro, because I need some right now. That is a fact. But shout out to the people over at Gold Crown, and if you're looking for some good products, they got one that just hit the shelves, and it is great, man. Y'all know about the Royal Junior Jesters, but now they have just the regular Royal Jesters, 1.5 grams each, and they are quad infused, keef coated, live resin infused, THCA, diamonds, and terpenes. All the buzzwords that's just ready to get you high, man. Michigan made, top tier, no shortcuts. Next time you hit the dispo, don't think, just ask for the Royal Jesters, because if you're gonna smoke, you should smoke like royalty.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
KG here for more marijuana, but this time kind of in liquid form, man. Shout out to the good people over at Loom Cannabis, and they have got this new buzzing energy drinks, and it's just the same as the other one, 7.5 milligrams of pure THC, but now they got 100 milligrams of caffeine from green tea extract. None of that artificial stuff, man. It's real fruit, bold in flavor, light in calories, and built for the long summer days. They got refreshing peach and raspberry lemonade available at all 40 locations across Michigan. You can learn more at loom.com, and don't forget, you get 30% off your entire order online or in store. Use code WSN30.
With Isaac Tesla, it felt like when you took over play calling last year, there was a more concerted effort to get him involved. I don't know if that was a function of Sam's injury or just a rookie's natural development, but was that an intentional decision by you, and what does the next step look like for him?
Yeah, we wanted to get him more involved. I wanted to get Tesla going a little bit. I wanted to get JMO going. I wanted to get Saint his touches. We wanted to get Gibbs going out of the backfield a little bit in the pass game. And I felt like we did some of those things. I felt like, when you go back, you step back and look, it's like, man, there's so much more meat on the bone. I almost wish we could have gotten Tesla some more touches, than he did get. But it wasn't because of him. His growth took off, and he did. He got a little bit better every week. He became a guy, I would tell you, by the end of the year, we had a lot of trust in. We believed he could do a lot of jobs. He's just steady. He's steady. He's consistent for a young guy. Doesn't get frazzled. And, I mean this as a compliment. Like what he's done out here in the spring, phase 2, OTAs, all that, it's just been there's been nothing like.
Dan Campbell talking about Isaac Tesla, second-year growth. We got a chance to speak to Calvin Johnson yesterday, the GOAT. And he said that year 2 is an important year for a receiver because everything starts to slow down for you. And I did say I think receivers hit the ground running, and they do, but it doesn't mean second year they don't take another massive step. That's a fact. You go from your rookie season to your sophomore season, the game, you just view the game differently. Yeah. Although you can impact the game at an earlier rate than other positions, you still get dramatically better than you did your first season. So Isaac Tesla, like, it's the simple stuff. I think who mentioned this? Was it Amon-Ra? Where it's like you start knowing where to park and everything kind of gets a little easier moving around and you know, being a rookie, everything's stressful and everything's new. You're in the NFL. Now you're just kind of, hey, let's go play ball. And that's what he's doing. So although they don't have pads on, I think positions like wide receiver, corner, those positions without pads, you can see some growth. Like you could see Isaac Tesla making plays out there. And the difference is he's not just making plays in training camp or in OTAs or in minicamp. He's doing it in the season. Like, he made plays in games, in high-pressure moments for the Detroit Lions. So, yeah, I think he's a guy that they obviously love a lot. And hopefully we see a little more out of him. I would go to you on the yardage.
I was going to say, how about this? Isaac Tesla, Pro Bowler.
Yeah,
no,
800 yards.
This is the issue, though, I have. And I guess it's not a bad thing to have, but, again, it goes back to the conversation with Tesla on, hey, where's his role in this offense? Wide receiver 3, but what does that mean in an NFL offense? Especially, I think, even more so a Lions offense that has an all-pro player, J-Mo, who should be Pro Bowl, Sam Laporta, who should be all-pro. It's just, where does he fit? Jahmyr Gibbs, an all-pro running back. It's you're in a spot now. It's like, yeah, you need to get him more. I understand Dan's sentiment of like, hey, I want to get him more touches. We tried to last year. We tried to get J-Mo more touches last year.
It sounds like the Monty thing. I want to get him more touches.
But then it's like, but how?
Yeah, but how?
That's the issue. This is even deeper than our conversation, our argument last week about J-Mo, where with J-Mo, it's like you're like, well, you need to find a way to get. I don't care who the touches come from. He's explosive. He was one of the most explosive players in the league. You need to get him touches. Mm-hmm. But with Tesla, we're already arguing on how to get J-Mo more touches.
And he's on the field more.
And now you're like, hey, let's get your wide receiver 3 more touches. Now who do you really take it from? Now you're taking it from J-Mo and Laporta and Amon-Ra and Jahmyr. So it's a tough spot to be in. And that's why I always, like, me and Jeff, I think we have a really good kind of thought process on it. It's, hey, the guy has a very high ceiling of talent. We talked to Calvin about it, and Calvin even, high ceiling talent. He said it reminds him of himself with the big frame and going up and getting balls. But how often can you do that? And how often are you able to use him within the offense? In my opinion, the role he's going to fill this year, it's Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick did have he had a footprint on this offense, but it wasn't a footprint of, hey, every single week he's going to get 4 or 5 targets. It was, hey, some weeks he's got to step up for you when other guys aren't playing well or hurt. And then in the meantime, hey, you might get 1 or 2 targets in a game. Take advantage of those. That's where I kind of look at the Tesla thing. And I wish we got to see more out of Tesla because of but we are kind of lucky enough to have the weapons that we have.
Yeah, a word that Dan Campbell used that, I mean, I look back at other, young offensive players this team had. Look at Jameson Williams. Look at Jahmyr Gibbs. It took him a little bit to really get implemented in this offense. A word that Dan Campbell used in this press conference was trust. Like, a lot of this Lions offense is a lot of timing. It's a lot of, you're going to turn, the ball's going to be there from Jared Goff. Like, look at J-Mo. It took him so long to get regular snaps in this offense because he needs to earn that trust from a guy like Jared Goff, from a guy like Dan Campbell. And I think it's the same for Tesla. Like, I think once he gets this training camp in with Goff and he's learning the plays, he's in the offense more, I think the targets are gonna be there for Tesla.
Yeah, because the year, let's look at the Tim Patrick year, 2024. So you had Amon-Ra get 1,200. You had Jameson get 1,000. You had Sam Laporta get 700. You had Jahmyr get 500. These are receiving. Tim Patrick had 390.
That's where the role he's going to
Now, it's probably what Tesla's going to get. Now he had 3 touchdowns. We assume Tesla's probably going to have more touchdowns than that. But that's about where I see him.
Yeah, I think that's a fair role. It was crazy. I think Tesla actually was on Good Morning Football and spoke about how he wanted more. Like, I don't know if he was specifically like, I want more touches. But he was like, hey, like in year 2, I feel like, I'm able to provide more than that. Can I also, off the Tesla stuff, I just saw a quote on Twitter. Can I read this to you guys?
Yes.
I want to get your guys' feeling. Maybe I'm taking this the wrong way, the chat. I'm sorry to get off topic, but I could be taking this quote the wrong way, so tell me if I'm just like going crazy or not.
Okay.
Brad Galley put out this quote from David Shaw. It says, David Shaw has been a head coach, but said he takes lessons from Lions head coach Dan Campbell on building the offensive staff behind offensive coordinator Drew Petzing. Ready for this quote? Quote, I don't care about titles. We don't care about titles. I'm here to help Drew.
Okay. I love that.
I don't know.
I hate that.
Maybe he just I don't know.
Is
if
that
that's what he meant. Not misquoted, but maybe he just misspoke.
Yeah,
I don't care about titles, and we don't care about titles.
I take it. How do you take it first?
Well, I take it. I mean, obviously, he's just straight up said we don't care about titles. Isn't that the number one thing? Because Dan today in his press conference was like, the only goal that we have is to win a championship. When he was asked about the New York Knicks, he said here in Detroit, all we want to do.
No. He meant titles like OC.
Okay, I misspoke that.
That's what I'm like, what?
Whoa!
No, OC,
okay, you're talking about
passing
titles.
game
Okay.
coordinator. That's how I took it. I was like, wait,
all
I
right,
don't see
thank
that
God. This is why I said, chat, I need you guys' help on this one. I took that in championship. That's all I have on my mind. That's all I have on my mind is championship.
Like, bro.
David Shaw walks out, man, fuck a Super Bowl.
Holy
that
shit.
would be crazy.
Shout out the royal jesters in the background.
Oh, my Lord.
Shit, bro.
I was like sitting there like, hold on a second. I was like, am I crazy? Oh, my God.
That's why I'm like, bro, it's a good thing. What do you mean?
KG was like, I love that. I love that. I was like, what are you talking about? You love it. We like titles. We haven't had one in this town in years.
Bro, we having a day.
Thank God you asked us, Booner.
That's what I said. I got to clarify. I was like, I literally, if you rewind it, I literally said, am I reading this wrong? Like, am I crazy?
Imagine you just said that, too. Man, I'm sick of this Super Bowl shit, man.
You're right. I'm over this shit, bro.
I'm just here to help Drew.
I'm just here to get paid. I'm just here so I won't get fired.
Okay, you know what? I actually love that from David Shaw. Because and Jeff, you know this offseason, I was a big David Shaw guy. I said that he needs to return next year. We weren't sure if he was going to because it was so up in the air with John Morton. So we were like, is David Shaw coming back? I think he's a good coach. He's just a good piece to have in that building. The fact too, he just if this is, looking at it in the way of he doesn't care about being OC or being a coach or whatever it is, he's just like, hey, I'm a pass game coordinator. I'm good with that. Not even that, because Mike Kafka's that.
All right.
His job got changed as well. I respect the hell out of David Shaw then. Yeah, I apologize. The chat's probably killing me. I'm going to close the chat for now. You guys can read the chat.
Want me to read this one, Jeff?
Take it away.
Chat's going to kill me.
We got a super chat from Showtime
Shout out.
313. Shout out for the $4.99.
Oh, that's my boy.
Says, Booner, love you, bro, but stop yelling at KG, especially on the week of Juneteenth. Yelling doesn't mean you're right, bro. LOL.
The week of Juneteenth.
That's right. Watch your mouth, Booner. Watch your mouth.
Don't yell. Don't yell.
I got something for y'all last one. I don't show up for work Friday. Y'all know why. I'm just saying. Just know. But I'm going to be on the heavy stream, though.
I was going to bring a cake in for you, man.
That's fucking funny. Neil, you like titles, don't you? Shout out Neil Rule, man.
Neil, that was a big mistake.
Neil's in there cooking, too.
I'm all I can think about in this town right now is winning a title. So when I hear the word title, I don't even think about like a job title. I just think title. It's brainwash right now.
Man, it makes me laugh thinking David Shaw, out of all people, saying something like that crazy. If he were to say something that crazy.
Can I? By the way, can I keep yelling? I don't want to stop yelling.
Also,
no, never stop.
Booner,
All
right, KG.
What?
Can I stop yelling?
No.
All right, cool. If KG says I don't have to, then I'm good to go.
I want you to be yourself.
Is that Devin, by the way?
Yeah, Devin from Inkster. Yeah, that's my dog.
Oh, Devin, I'm gonna keep yelling, Devin.
My guy Devin, he came to the old stew.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
He's got merch and stuff.
Yeah.
Good dude.
You might see some black Suburbans outside though, so you might want to just cool it.
By the way, Tev Sauce, he says Booner was this close to making a YouTube short about Shaw saying, "Listen, bub."
I honestly, I was ready to look David Shaw in the eyes and say, "All right, bub, here's what it is. We want a title in this town."
Right. Running back boy.
That's so
funny, man. We gotta go to break.
Yeah, we bullshit.
Let's go to break. What do we got? Mad Packs?
Yeah, man. Oh, great. Of course we got Mad Packs.
So what are the chances? Why does the black guy get all the weed reads?
I know, right? If it's one thing, what we're gonna do is lean into stereotypes. Remember, I told y'all that, man. But shout out to Mad Packs.
It ain't right.
It ain't right, man. Shout out to Mad Packs, the maddest of packs, and they got some great new products for this. Oh, this is the old read. But they have found a way to put the high-low pre-rolls and the Boom Shakalaka live resin-infused tarantulas into gummies. Both 200 milligrams, man, and oh so good. They also have the Mad Packs extracts. They got a hell of a lineup for the summer, man. You want to stay tuned with Woodward Sports for all of the latest updates, or go to getmadpacks.com. Mad flavor, mad high, Mad Packs.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
All right, summer nights, cold drinks, and Tigers baseball, the best thing to do. Woodward Sports is heading to Art and Jake's in Sterling Heights for our Detroit Tigers watch party. Come hang out with the crew as we will be live Tuesday, June 30th at 7 p.m. as the Detroit Tigers take on the New York Yankees. You won't want to miss a single pitch with over 80 wall-to-wall TVs, 22 draft beers on tap to keep you refreshed, and a menu packed with absolute fan favorites. The boys were there for the White House card. It was unbelievable. We were there until like 1 in the morning on Sunday night. So come party with us, grab a Founders, and watch the Tigers take down the Yankees in Sterling Heights on June 30th. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Dante in the chat, he says, the black man who likes slingshots and does the weed reads, now that sounds racist.
Yeah, I know. I hope y'all know I'm just here to say shit like damn and that is whack. That's it. For all my movie people, you should know what I'm referencing. But yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Scouting to the backs, Vaki, pound for pound, best athlete, Dan Campbell said. He said that.
At what point, I mean, again, the guy just keeps getting injured. You pound for pound what when you're getting hamstring tears every other week?
Man. The only thing pound for pound matters in is the fight game. That's it. That's the only thing that matters. When you say I'm pound for pound the best.
It's like, the NFL, man. If you're 5'10" and you're pound for pound, cool. We need you to be 6 foot going out there. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah. Pound for pound.
Say no Floyd Mayweather stuff.
Why are you height shaming right now?
Well, it's the NFL. The height matters.
Yeah, but 5'10", that's a normal size running back.
Yeah, maybe I don't know which you were going with that, but I do respect
a lot of 5'10".
I gave the wrong number out. What's Jahmyr Gibbs' height?
5'9".
Yeah.
5'9". All right. Sione Vaki, 5'3". He's Caleb's size.
5'3".
Caleb's size is crazy.
Hold on, let me go Sione Vaki. Sione Vaki size.
I feel like
my guess is 5'10".
This is a bad look for me.
Is he 5'11"?
6'1".
This is a bad look for me.
How big is he?
Jahmyr Gibbs is 5'9". Sione Vaki's 5'11". He's bigger.
All
right.
Can
maybe
we agree,
he is not that small.
Can we agree there's a lot of players you put in like the every June we start getting excited? I think Vaki's in that June
He's
bucket.
officially hit that June bucket. Yeah.
Where every June we start talking, man, Vaki.
No, never. Yeah. He's never a guy that comes to mind for me ever.
Not maybe never. I'm just saying we start
in
seeing
the media,
reports.
people start asking about
Vaki, pound for pound, best athlete. Last year, the clips of him going the running back drills, and everyone's like, man, he looks good.
And he took over the Craig Reynolds spot. Like,
I'll admit it. Giovanni Manu is kind of in that. He was in that bucket. Maybe now it's started to die away, but he was in there.
Steve Wild said Booner is 5'3", confirmed, not 5'3". Me and Sione Vaki, same height, so maybe I could be a running back.
Okay. All right.
Hey, could Stick tackle Sione Vaki?
You're right, 248.
Yeah. Stick did say he could take Joy Bell. He said he could tackle him. So
Stick is out his fucking mind.
Could he tackle Sione Vaki in open space? I don't know.
Wow.
Phil said, what is Booner's real name? It's Edward.
Edward Booner.
Yep.
Can you even picture a running back named Edward Booner?
That's a Madden crit.
Right. That's like Edward Booner. Yeah. That's a coffin.
Imagine seeing Booner on
That's a creative player.
Booner on the back of a jersey.
Yeah, no.
Shit.
Well, we do have some quotes here. Do you have the video of?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're so man, Caleb. Guy's
he hit you with that
weapon.
yes, sir, so quick.
Guy's a weapon. Okay, we got a video of Mike Kafka. Reason to be excited. Mike Kafka, the new Lions passing game coordinator, kind of helping Drew Petzing co-see, if you will. Let's hear from Mike Kafka what he had to say.
starting with the offensive line, I've been really impressed with that group and what Hank has done with that group and how they communicate. And then Jared, being in the room with Jared, he's phenomenal, and he's one of those guys that I've had a ton of respect for from the outside. And I think, you look at him, this guy's like a sniper, and he's into it. He's got great command in the huddle at the line of scrimmage. He's so accurate. I didn't really realize how accurate he was still being out here and seeing the anticipation, the velocity, the timing, the ball placement, all those things that go into the pass game. And watching him operate has been really impressive.
Another bright offensive mind praising Jared Goff.
Oh,
what a
interesting.
It's weird how that works.
Yeah, it's crazy how there's a lot of quarterback coaches at our network that think, he throws ducks. Oh, those are some good quarterback coaches. How about Mike Kafka? How about Ben Johnson?
What he says aligns with the numbers, though. What Mike Kafka says about his accuracy aligns with the numbers.
Yeah.
In the tape.
The ducks are accurate.
Yeah,
because he does throw ducks. Let's not get mistaken.
They get there.
But they are on time. Yes.
No question. And
yeah, it's like the guy that's been top 5 in, completion percentage the last 2 years is accurate.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, wow, it's crazy. And that's a good thing in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would rather my quarterback be accurate than my quarterback be like, I don't know, Tua talking about I guess Tua's pretty
good. He got like a 70% completion percent. Like, what are we doing here, people?
Insane. That's
like,
why
what are we doing here?
Richardson.
But then you get those people.
He Drew Brees level.
But then you get the people who are like, let's talk about air yards. Well, who cares about air yards if your offense doesn't need air yards?
Right.
Like, why not? The
He's
offense
not that
you're
type of
running.
quarterback.
No, and I say it's a thing with the Bryce that we talked about off air one time, where it's like, hey, can the offense put him in the position to succeed? Right? What is he great at? Jared's great at short throws, accurate throws. So they take his top. Hey, these are all the throws that he's good at. His top 5 throws. Let's put him in those positions consistently. And that's what they do. And that's what the NFL is about. That's what running an offense is about. That's why Mike Kafka's always been good. That's why Ben Johnson was so good here. Now you look at John Morton, the reason that they struggle a little bit because John was trying to do things that Jared just wasn't great at. They were trying. Remember in training camp?
They're pushing the ball.
They were trying to just constantly
with that O-line, though.
Deep shots to JMO, and it was cool. It was exciting to watch. But when you're not connecting and you're trying it in the regular season,
and you can't protect them,
and you can't protect them, so now Jared's in it. You can't. He's not getting the ball off as quick as he was before. That's an issue.
Yeah.
Like this is a guy that needs to play action, drop back, boom, get the ball off in 3 seconds.
Timing is everything.
And having the timing, having the players in the right spots at the right times. And they just didn't have that last year. Where Mike Kafka now, he knows, right? Drew Petzing understands that game. He coached with Ben Johnson. They learned the up and coming kind of the same way. So, yeah, it's crazy. Hey, it's just so crazy that, like, hey, you put Jared in the right spot. He's one of the best in the league at what he does and the most accurate, which is like the number one thing I think you want your quarterback to be.
Yeah, and the Jared, the legs sometimes they can be a crutch. Like it can limit you as an offense. Like Jared Goff's not extending the chains on a 3rd and 7 with his legs, or it takes away like the RPO game. It takes away the option game. Fine, but like if you're Mike Kafka, like you just heard him talk about it, and if you're Drew Petzing, you're coming into the lines and you go, holy shit, I've got a veteran quarterback that manages the game almost better than anybody in the league and is going to hit every throw. Like I'm extremely happy with this. Yeah, he doesn't have the legs, but like he's a vet and he's going to make the throws for you.
Yeah, and the most important trait for an NFL quarterback is accuracy. It's the most important trait. It's the most important trait, and for people that are big into the draft, and if you're big, I know people are always looking into quarterbacks in the draft. The thing I always look at and GMs look at is accuracy. How accurate are you in college? And how does that translate to the NFL? On-time throws, accurate throws, reading a defense, understanding the offense you're in. Those things are all very important. It's why Anthony Richardson was always going to stink. Now, there are exceptions, right? Josh Allen was inaccurate, became more accurate. So it can happen, but typically, if a quarterback's not accurate in college, he's not accurate in the NFL. One thing about Jared Goff is he's always been accurate, no matter what. Now, talk about physical limitations. He makes up for it with what he does, throwing the football. On time, his accuracy. The numbers back it up. We talk about the 30 touchdowns a year, the 4,500-plus yards a year he gets passing. All that stuff is why this offense is as good as it is. And he gets all these different weapons involved. The thing I hate, though, like the air yard thing, the yards all count the same.
Yeah.
I mean, whether they're 10 yards in the air or 10 yards after the catch, they all count the same. Literally, they all do. You can still get a first down. Now, people want to say, well, he dumps the ball off. No, I mean, if you really watch, go and there's times where Amon-Ra, and he has to get the ball out and he dumps it down to Amon-Ra or Sam Laporta. But there's plenty of times where Jared's pushing the ball at the middle of the field in a tight window and making a completion. Like, we see it all the time.
The play that lives rent-free in my head against the Chicago Bears in the cold where he threw that boy up to J-Mo, and J-Mo just absolutely cooked that corner, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he makes those kind of plays. He can push the ball down the field. It's not his specialty. It's not his, go-to, but he is capable of that.
Definitely.
It's the same thing with a guy like an Amon-Ra, where Amon-Ra's not like a deep ball guy. He's not, but if he needs to, like, we've seen him go down there and do it, but no one's complaining about Amon-Ra going out there and, a quick 5-yard in, like a slant and going for 40 yards. Like, no one's, like, mad about that. It's like, hey, everyone has a different part of their game and different strengths, right? Jared's is, accuracy and getting the ball out quick and making the right reads. It's not the deep ball. So I think that's like people kind of lean on that going at him. Well, he can't throw the deep ball. Well, no, he can. He doesn't do it all the time. And is that his best? No. Like, if you ranked his best traits, that's probably a lower one.
Right.
But he could still do it.
Absolutely.
And he could still do it at a pretty good level as well.
And if you give him time, watch the hell out, because he can make any throw at that point. He becomes a surgeon at that point.
I do hate I truly do hate the air yards thing. Like, yeah, it's one of the lowest in the NFL, but the guy gets the job done.
Yeah, he does.
Right? Like that's the offense he's in, because you have Amon-Ra, who is not a deep threat, right? You have Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. You have Sam Laporta, who's not a deep threat. The only deep threat you really have is Jameson Williams. And then people are also, like, complaining, like, hey, get this guy, in space off a slant route. Get this guy in space across the middle of the field. So it's hard. I don't know. I just hate the fact that people just sit out there and just will use that as a stat, but they won't bring up the completion percentage or the yards or the touchdowns or the wins. It's like, let's just lean on the air yards.
Yeah, and the thing about that, like, if you go look at his days with the Rams, his air yards were up. I mean, he's pushing the ball downfield. They had Brandon Cooks. Obviously, Cooper Kupp was there. Young Cooper Kupp, though. But they still had receiver Robert Woods. They were pushing the ball downfield with those guys.
Right.
And he did that. So what he's asked to do is what he's asked to do. And I think Mike Kafka, by the way, I know we talked about golf, but I want to mention Mike Kafka. I know we talk about him, but he's the piece of this offense I'm most excited to see his effect in. I want to see what kind of changes or what things he implements, because we know one thing about Mike Kafka. He was a passing coordinator with the Kansas City Chiefs. We know what the Giants were because we got to see the trick plays. So people are talking about the trick plays coming back. Maybe Mike Kafka can have something to do with that. But I think his influence in this offense is going to be something very, very special, I think. Like, Drew Petzing, I think, is a bright offensive mind. But Drew Petzing and Mike Kafka together is going to be something I think people aren't talking about enough. So I'm very excited for that. Neil Rule in the chat. Shout out Neil. He says Josh Allen was very accurate when he rolled the ball across the field to Denver in the playoffs.
He did do that.
He did, for sure.
He did. He was
Neil
a very,
would never let us
very
forget.
accurate turnover quarterback.
He's not wrong. Yeah, that happened.
He would not let that play go. Oh, that's hilarious.
I mean, I don't think Bills fans would probably let that play go.
No,
that
for sure.
That was One Pride says Josh Allen is an average quarterback. Okay, see, these are the sides of the spectrum we got to avoid.
It's tough. Like Josh Allen's one of the best. He's an MVP. He is. And he is for a reason.
But he hasn't got the job done.
He hasn't.
That
It's
is
the same
also
as Jared Goff. All these guys haven't got the. Lamar Jackson, multi-time MVP, hasn't got the job done. Patrick Mahomes, MVP, got the job done. So there's this conversation.
So it's more than just quarterbacks. What you're saying? So you do need help. Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
quarterbacks need help.
Interesting.
Oh, you sound like Neil.
It's weird how that works.
I thought that was Neil talking for a second.
Dude, every time the Jared Goff convo comes up with some people, though, it's like he needs everything. Come on. I was on the heavies last week, and I got in the argument with one of the interns about it, and because he said you cannot win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff. My number one thing was, can we stop in the city of Detroit? Can we stop with the statement you cannot win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff? It's wrong. It's inaccurate. You can. You can win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff. He took you to the NFC Championship game, and he did everything that he was supposed to do to win that game.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs fumbled it. That wasn't on Jared Goff. Josh Reynolds dropped the ball multiple times to clinch the game. That wasn't on Jared Goff.
Nope.
You can win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff. Do you need pieces around him? Yes. Patrick Mahomes does. Lamar does. Josh does. They all do. And it's like, to me, it's one of the most idiotic statements in this city right now is you cannot win with the quarterback.
He didn't have everything last year, and look at his numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you have the right defense. That's where I said you need to switch, guys. You need to switch that you can't win with Jared Goff to you can't win with the defense that's on this field right now. That's the conversation that needs to be had.
Let's go to break. We come back. We'll talk more But before we do that, we got to get to Massage Chair House.
Caleb.
Let me tell you
Mr.
about
Zarnik.
Massage Chair House.
He's
If you're
sitting in one
looking
right
to
now.
take your relaxation to the next level, then you've got to check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, the largest massage chair room in the Midwest. They carry top brands like Infinity and Osaki, making it the go-to destination for premium comfort and cutting-edge wellness technology. Be sure to visit Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at the Wellness Doc. Book your visits today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. Has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
All right, we're excited to welcome our new partners over at Founders Brewing and the legendary All Day IPA. This marks the 15th year anniversary for All Day IPA, and it helped define that session IPA category, but it's the fans that made it last. It's citrusy, it's crisp, refreshing, with the perfectly balanced taste at 4.7 ABV. It's built to go the distance for the entire game. So next time you're watching the game, make it an All Day IPA from Founders. And as always, people, just please drink responsibly.
We're back. It's crunch time. Woodward Sports, 11-1 weekdays. We got more to get to. We're going minicamp for a lot of the show because minicamp is today, and it's the Detroit Lions off season, but minicamp is what people want to hear. And Dan Campbell spoke today, positional coaches spoke today, and we're going to have a conversation. The three most important Lions players at minicamp, who are they? To you. Obviously, there's a little bit of subjectivity to it. Yeah. I think, depending on what players you follow, what players you're excited to see. I have three players of mine. There's a lot. The more
do you want to go one for one?
Yeah.
Me and you just go back and forth.
So I'll say mine because it's I kind of talked about him yesterday, but it's a player. It's not for me. It's not just minicamp, but it's training camp. It's really off season for me for this player, but it's TA. It's Terran Arnold. I mentioned him yesterday. I want to see more. I'm seeing too much Sione Vaki, pound for pound best athlete. I'm seeing too much Giovanni Manu maybe playing guard. I'm seeing too much of the wrong players. I need to see more of a former first-round pick you took at corner. I need to see more of him.
Do you think that's a bad thing? Maybe it's he's doing what he's supposed to do, so you're not really hearing about it. It's minicamp.
The thing was
now training camp, I agree. I need to hear more about how TA is good in training camp.
Last year there was that, hey, TA looks like the best he's ever looked. Even going into training camp, it was, oh my gosh, like he's looking like an all-pro corner. Do you guys remember that? Like the hype of it?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the season comes around and it wasn't there, and everyone was like, well, it was there in training camp. And it dropped off in the regular season.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. He's a first-round pick, right? And he was Brad Holmes' #1 corner coming out of the draft. And he wasn't just Brad. There's a lot of people's #1 corner. We love Quinya Mitchell coming out, but TA was right in that conversation. I'm not going to act like he wasn't. So for him, his season was ended last year due to injury. But what I will say about him is he showed more last year. The pass interference calls were down.
Yeah.
Baby steps, okay?
Yeah.
That was down. He looked good against the Bengals in coverage, even though I think he had a penalty that was called back when Hutch got a sack. So that was a bad mistake.
That, yeah.
But he did look better in coverage in that game specifically. And then he got hurt due to his shoulder. And he had surgery and he was out the whole year. So they definitely missed him. But this year, we're expecting TA to take a jump, right? I think that's fair to say.
I think it's a must.
So for him, I know it seems like it's 7-on-7 for the most part until you get to training camp, but I mean, we're hearing DJ Reed, and we're hearing, how he got basically like a stem cell treatment for his hamstring, and he's back to form, or at least they expect him to be back to form. And Dan spoke about that. But I want to hear more people get asked about TA. I want to get the update on TA because he wasn't participating in OTAs because of the shoulder stuff. But as we kind of get closer with minicamp, with training camp more so, that's a player I want more coverage on, and that's a player I want more hype on because there is a June bucket. We did mention it. There's a June bucket where players are in. I'll throw TA in like the July-August bucket, where every year we start hearing a hype about TA, and hopefully
the August bucket, training camp.
Hopefully we start we get some hype about him going into training camp in August. So
yeah.
I'll go TA for my first one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for my first one. I think this one's pretty simple. I think just Blake Miller.
I like it.
And I know, again, there's no pads or anything, but my number one thing with a guy, like, he's your first-round pick. He's your rookie, right? And he's the one that all the pressure's on because you needed a right tackle or just a tackle in general with Panay moving over or staying there. But you needed that, and they went out and got it. The biggest thing for him, I think, in minicamp these next couple days and then as well throughout the OTAs is he needs to get as prepared as possible. Like, you're not going to sit here and say, hey, Blake won the job tomorrow when minicamp ends because there is no pads. But what you want to have confidence in is that the rookie now is comfortable within this system, right? Like, he understands a little bit more about the NFL, and he understands, like, hey, like, I'm not a guy that can take time to get into this thing. Yeah, you can give him a couple weeks of the season, but if you want to win a Super Bowl, Blake Miller has to be Blake Miller, and he has to be at a high level. So there is no, like, hey, it's his rookie year, he could take his time. No, there is going to be a part. It was like Dan said a year or two ago. I can't remember what year it was with the rookies. Like, hey, the rookies are no longer rookies. Like, we need them to step up. There's going to be that point with Blake, and I think if he can take this minicamp, if he learns everything and he understands the offense at a very high level and he's learning from Panay and he's ready to go come training camp and he doesn't even have to worry about all that small stuff in the NFL, I think that's a positive takeaway from this Lions. And I think this is if you're talking about anyone that could take anything away from minicamp, I think it's him. It's Blake Miller.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Blake Miller's a big one. I mean, he's a first-round pick, and like I mentioned earlier, probably a week ago, and I think people need to be a little more patient with just the start of the year, but I'm not arguing with what you're saying. I think you need to be – he's a guy who has the most snaps played in Clemson college history in football. Most snaps played, most games started, I believe. So with that, you're expecting someone to come out and be more seasoned than like a Monroe Freeling or any other tackle that comes out that takes more. You expect him to be a little more seasoned earlier, so I get that.
I think in game, like you're gonna sit there and be like, yeah, as a rookie in game, there's gonna be a little bit of an adjustment. But what I don't want to see is when you get to training camp, hey man, he's struggling with play calls. He's struggling with different like the things that are in his mind like mental, because you should have gone through that mental stuff in OTAs and in minicamp. Right, so when he could just step on the field in training camp and it's like it's a go. And obviously, like when you get in a game, dude, that's a whole different world, man. You're the bright lights are on. You're in a stadium. You're in the NFL for the first time. I understand that faster, bigger, stronger guys. But hey, in training camp, like when we pull up in August to training camp, Blake Miller, in my opinion, needs to be like on his P's and Q's.
By the way, Etienne says I thought Jeff was going to say Hendon Hooker. Nope, I can't say him. He doesn't qualify this year.
And next for Jeff, Giovanni Manu.
He is Hendon Hooker's in the. Is he a free agent?
Yeah, I don't know. He might be with the Carolina Panthers.
You don't know that. That's your guy.
I think he's with the Panthers, maybe.
Yeah.
I think he got cut from the Panthers.
And maybe he's on the practice squad.
Shout out.
It's tough. Let's get to my next guy. I'll go Keith Abney. No surprise. Okay, Keith Abney. I'm excited to see more Keith Abney. Just because the nickel battle, I think it's Roger McCreary's to lose.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I can't hope. Okay? Doesn't mean I can't look forward to seeing the rookie, Keith Abney, compete at nickel and kind of, start to maybe, I'll say, blossom as we get to training camp when pads come on, because he's a very physical nickel. He's a physical guy. He's a good. That guy. I think he'll benefit. He'll be one of the players that benefit the most when pads come on. I think Keith Abney, because he could play physical. He's good in coverage, obviously. I mean, we saw the stat about him in college with slants. I mean, the guy never allowed I don't think he allowed like one completion on slants. So
is that real?
Yeah,
That's
just
incredible.
last year, I believe. Just last year. I don't know if it was his career or last year.
A college slant and an NFL slant is two different slants.
Yeah, when Devontae's running it versus Jeff Iafrate running it.
By the way,
or Puka Nacua or somebody like that.
Chuck Brewer updated us with Hendon Hooker. He said he's with the Titans now. So Tennessee. How about
Shout
that?
out.
Maybe he takes Cam Ward's spot.
Is it like LeBron going to Cleveland kind of thing? Like he's going home?
I guess.
Is he from? Oh, he is. Yeah, I guess he.
Yeah, he went.
He
He
I
went
didn't
to
even think of
Tennessee.
that. Yeah, he's just back home. Yeah,
He's back home.
Back home.
They're like, are you at home?
Tennessee.
We just need a practice squad.
He
guy.
took a hometown discount. So
Yeah.
He might not even be getting paid. He's just at the
probably
facility.
not. Probably.
He's just there for free.
You're right.
We'll give you meal.
Right.
Meals. That's all you get.
Yeah.
What is it? What is that called? Per diem or something?
Yeah. Something like
that's
that.
all he's getting.
What about you? Who's your second guy?
Second one, this one's gonna be quick. I talked about it yesterday. Ty League. I'm gonna stay
love
on
it.
that he's gonna be someone this whole offseason that I'm just binoculars on Ty League all offseason. That's it, because he's a first-round pick from last year. It's time for him to take a jump. There's no more like with Ty League, oh, man, he's young, he's learning. Like, that was something with Dan he kept saying last year about him. He's out here learning.
Yeah.
No, like, you're in it now. You just let go of DJ Reed. You just let go of Roy Lopez. You did that because you have Ty League Williams in the building. It's time to step up. There's no more growing pains. It's, hey, you're in it now.
Yep.
And
You
to
got a
me,
year under your belt.
as a first-round pick, I know – I don't want to say expectations are always this for first rounders, but like a Pro Bowl, like you need to get to a Pro Bowl level within your career if you're a first rounder. And that's where I look with Ty League and say, hey, you need to be one of the better D tackles in the league.
Yeah.
And it's stopping the run, kind of clogging up the middle.
What does that run defense look like with him at nose?
Yeah.
You know, or him and Naleen playing together. I'm with you. My last one, I'll go Isaac Tesla. I'll go him. Important player. Not because given the role, not the role he's going to get, but more so just to see where he trends.
We've talked a lot of Isaac Tesla.
And rightfully so.
Hot
He's getting a lot of hype. And I think he's an important player for that reason because you can talk about the draft capital. We have that conversation a lot. But it's more so what what coaches are saying about him, what he did with limited touches last year and kind of going into his second season. I mean, and we're coming off Kelvin, hyping him up as well, which rightfully so. So I'll go Isaac Tesla going into minicamp and training camp. I'm excited for him.
Do I have a cop-out answer?
What?
I don't know if it's a cop. I texted Jeff the answer last night, and he didn't say, Boone, you can't do it. So I think it's okay for me to throw it out there. But I did talk about this group a couple weeks ago, and you guys said, Boone, this is a cop-out. But I think it's the biggest storyline. In my opinion, the number one storyline in OTAs and minicamp. But I think it's the veterans on the back end of the defense. And I'm not going to name one.
It's a big one.
Because there's Roger McCreary, there's Chuck Clark, Christian Izien, like Avonte Maddox. In my opinion, this is my thought process with what's going to happen this year on the defense. It's inevitable that one of those four guys is going to make or break you winning a Super Bowl this year.
Really?
You're going to need one of them to step up at some point.
Yeah.
Or just be healthy.
Or be healthy. But healthy.
That part. That's
but when
what
they
I'm more
step
worried.
in, it's like last year. You had, Brian out, Kirby out. Guess who was back there? You had those guys. Like, you had the Legion of Whom back there.
Right.
And why didn't you end up making the playoffs? Because your defense fell off in the second half of the year. And
Right.
yeah, there
No,
was
I
some
feel that.
offensive stuff, but it was your defense. You went out and got guys defensively in the spot that you struggled in, the secondary, that are veteran players that now, if there are injuries, they have to step up.
Yeah.
You're not it is what it is. Like, we don't know what's going on with Kirby. We don't know what's going on with Brian Branch. We don't know. It's up in the air. Brian's hopefully gets back. But at that point, it's, hey, you still need these guys to help get you to that point and have a good defense to be in a position to win a Super Bowl, to make the playoffs, to win the division. One of those guys is going to have to step up and have a hell of a season.
I feel that.
If you want to still compete in the NFL this year. It's a fact, in my opinion. Like, I think you look at it in that safety room, you need one of them.
No, you do. But that's why I kind of feel more confident about the secondary because they made such an investment there.
For sure.
This is the most veterans they've ever had in that room. So that's what kind of gives me confidence. I wouldn't say it's the biggest storyline, but that's one of the more safer rooms on this team in terms of just how we view and going into this year, at least in my opinion. That's all.
Let's KG,
Yeah,
we're on the same mindset with that. I think that's why they brought those guys in.
Yeah, most def. I'm surprised nobody said this one, and maybe it's just because he's a somewhat veteran in this league, but Cade Mays. I think Cade Mays is one of the bigger storylines this year. And he does have experience. He is you would say a good center in this league, but we need him to come in and just be able to hit the ground running because it's also important that center position is a position that we don't have to worry about going forward. He has to get the protections down. In terms of blocking, you have to be there. Even in terms of run blocking, you have to be better, because that's an area where Graham Glasgow got blew up last year, man. We really want to see that improve as well. So if K-Mays can come in and just hit the ground running and make you forget about the center position, I think that'll solve a lot of problems for the Lions.
Agreed. K-Mays is a really good one. You got one, Caleb?
Yeah. Real quick, Lucas Klotz's best friend. I'm going to go Derek Barnes. With the departure of Alex Anzalone, and we keep talking about this linebacker depth, I want to see what Derek Barnes has in store. He got paid. I know it's only $8 million, but that was the guy we didn't expect as fans, the Lions, to bring back. And I need to see what we're getting out of Derek Barnes in pass coverage, in the run game. I think Derek Barnes is a guy to look out for, especially with the departure of Alex Anzalone.
Yeah, Derek Barnes is another one. I debated on putting in there. There's probably more that we can mention as well, but we're going to go to break because we got Stock Up, Stock Down. We do every Tuesday, just across all of the world, okay? Lions, I got two that I'm going to bring to the table. They are definitely relevant as of right now over the last couple of days, and we're going to get to it.
Drop your stock ups and your stock downs, too, in the chat. It could be literally anything. Start dropping them. We'll read some off within the segment.
But before we do that, I got to tell you about our friends over at Founders, but Water Hazard specifically. This drink is delicious, especially on the golf course, but just in general. Had it during our Pistons watch parties, and I couldn't get enough of it. Tastes like Mountain Dew. It tastes too good to know there's alcohol in it. Only 5%, by the way. Citrusy, refreshing, and gluten-free. It's the very first canned cocktail from Founders, and you should get one. Next time you're on the golf course or wherever they have them. Founders, Water Hazard. Grab it. And please drink responsibly.
Not grab it.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
Jahmyr Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
All right, let me tell you about Buddy's Pizza real quick. They've been celebrating the original Detroit-style pizza for the past 80 years, and they are proud to be your hometown favorite. Follow their social channels and join their rewards program to see what they have planned throughout 2026. And you could add some Buddy's Pizza to your next party. Grad parties, add some Detroit style to your next catering order. Their menu is packed with fan favorites, including their award-winning pizza, signature salads, home-style pastas, and more. Save 20% on your next catering order of $200 or more when you order with promo code Woodward20. Visit buddiespizza.com/catering to view their complete menu and place your order today.
Crunch Time, Woodward Sports, 11 to 1 weekdays. Hit the like button if you're watching. Supports the show, pushes us out in the algorithm. We got our benchmark every Tuesday, Stock Up, Stock Down, where we go around and give our things that are rising and falling in the Crunch Time stock market. I have one. We're going to get to the chat too, so get your guys' ready. Stock Up, Stock Down. Give me two things that you feel are necessary to fit those categories. I'll go first. We'll start with Stock Up. Okay?
Here we go.
Stock Up for me, Jalen Brunson. That's a stock up, and I'll explain why. He cemented himself officially, unless you ask Rick Brunson, his dad, as arguably the greatest New York Knick of all time. According to Rick Brunson, it's still Patrick Ewing, and he said that right in front of Jalen Brunson, so respect to that. But I think Jalen Brunson's stock is at an all-time high. Finals MVP, delivered a championship to New York, the New York Knicks, first time since the 70s, and you got to think, looking back, he sacrificed $113 million on the table in order to help the Knicks. He signed a 4-year, $156 million extension in 2024, and he could have gotten more. And this is a player who, think about it, with the Dallas Mavericks, the Mavs were like, go test the market.
Yeah.
And look at him now. Going to be when it's all said and done, I think the greatest Knick of all time, but one of the best point guards in the league. And I think will go down as one of the best point guards of this current generation we're in.
That's good.
So I think Jalen Brunson's stock going up.
It's a good stock up.
When you think about it, he's had the most 2K My Player career of all time.
He has, yeah.
Because you think about he wasn't a highly touted player. He gets to the Mavs, kind of works himself into being a starter. He's up to get paid, and then he made the decision to go to the Knicks instead after they took too long to give him the contract. And he has literally turned the Knicks. Like, nobody saw this coming. The Knicks had been a laughing stock for years, especially under the ownership of James Dolan. You didn't really expect them to go anywhere, and they kept bringing, good executives in the building. Shout out to Leon Rose and people of that nature. But once he got there, bro, it changed everything. And you think about the type of players they've had in that organization, like you said, from the Patrick Ewings, Carmelo Anthony in his prime, and you still weren't able to get over that hump. He comes in, turns it on his head, and now look at him. He's an NBA champion.
Who would have thought Jalen Brunson would be the best player on a championship team?
It's crazy.
Like, look, 4 or 5
Finals
years ago.
MVP is crazy.
It's unreal.
I mean, he's going to have a statue in New York.
For sure.
He should. What he did with the Knicks, he definitely should. And he's one of the most, I think, disrespected and underrated players in the NBA. I think people go at him a lot for flopping, but it's just like
he does. But
he flops. But again, it's part of the game, right?
But he's also a hooper. Two things can be true.
He's very, very good.
I'll say it. When he left the Mavs, he was a free agent. That we had a conversation should he join the Pistons, and there was conversations of what he'd be paid. And I was like, I wouldn't pay him that.
Yeah.
Because at the time, he was a good player, but
nobody thought he would.
Yeah,
be this.
I was
By
wrong.
the way,
No one thought he would be. Well, there are people that probably
if you're ranking players right now in the league, and I hate to say it, I think as a player, skill-wise, Cade's better as a skill, but player, fully what he's done and how good he is, what he's done for his team. It's Jalen Brunson's over Cade Cunningham.
Well, accolades-wise, yeah, but as a player, Cade is a better player.
Yeah, but he said from a skill set standpoint.
Yeah, skills,
Cade is
we
better,
all know what Cade can do defensively, offensively. Yeah. But, if you're talking about, hey, I'm ranking top 10 players in the NBA right now, you're putting Jalen Brunson above Cade because of what he just did. He just won a championship.
He does it in the moment.
Yeah,
bro.
you won a championship.
Created
when you win a championship and you win the Finals MVP, you got to, right? It's part of the game. It's all inclusive. It's not a cherry picking thing. It's, hey, if you're ranking the best players in the league, MVPs and finals and all that stuff comes into play.
Like Jeff said, he's the most important player on a championship team. He became that.
Yep. What do you got, Bob Booner?
Well, my stock up's just very, very simple. It's going to go a double thing. One, it's Brad Holmes. Stock up.
Okay.
No one was saying anything about Brad for the longest, and then yesterday, another stock up, Spencer Raxter, interviews Brad Holmes and sits there and goes, hey, boys, we're not done yet. Just when everyone thought, remember a couple of weeks ago, it came out, there was a report that the Lions are done, what they have in place is done. Brad comes out on Woodward Sports and says, hey, boys, we are not done. We're actually just getting started. We've got players coming in for interviews and meetings right now.
Bobby Wagner.
You are a Detroit Lion.
Cam Jordan.
And it's happened. Cam Jordan one, I think, is an interesting name, man.
I thought they would have signed him already.
Yeah, I think I thought he would have been signed by anyone right now. Yeah. He's not, so I think there's a little bit of hope.
They scared of that age.
But Brad Holmes, stock up, boys. Hey, we thought it was done. It's not done. He's still working.
We'll see.
Go ahead, Caleb. What do you got? Stock up.
Well, can I do an honorable mention? Kind of off Booners. Can I go stock up Spencer Raxter? Getting the
goddamn right. Did I just shout out Spinny?
No, you said Brad Holmes.
I said there's two. I said mine has 2 parts. I said there's two people in mine, Brad and then Spencer.
Hand up. My fault, Booner. My fault. My stock up is going to go to Colt Keith. 3 homers last night. Look, I said this earlier. He's been hitting the ball hard all year. He's gotten unlucky a couple times. OPS isn't there. Wasn't hitting for power. Hit 3 home runs last night. That's huge. I think he's the last player. I think Carey did it last year, and before that, I don't think the Tigers have done it since 2016.
My God.
That's a huge game from Colt Keith. Again, if we add Colt Keith's power to this lineup, that could be huge for the Tigers, and hopefully A.J. Hinch doesn't pinch hit him for fucking Jahmai Jones, who's the worst player I've ever seen step into a batter's box. But yeah, my stock up is going to be Colt Keith. Shout out.
Love it. I got a pretty good. So stock down for me. I'm probably not a lot of UFC fans out there that watch. Maybe there are. Ilya Taporia, stock down. Man.
Yeah.
That eye is stock down.
He
too.
had the highest, literally.
Yeah,
he went into Sunday with an all-time stock. Okay, all-time expectations. Obviously, a very, very, very good fighter. And this is someone who manifests a lot when it comes to fighting in the UFC. Celebrates his win before the fight, and he got his ass beat by Justin Gaethje.
He choked,
I think before the fight he had in his bio, he was 17-0 going to the fight. I think he switched it to 18-0, and I think it's still at 18-0.
Oh, he funny.
Someone said he got so messed up that he forgot. He doesn't know how to get back in and change it.
Justin Gaethje broke his face on national television. So. Yeah, stock down, Ilia Topuria.
The bad part is, and if you watch the fight, bro, he literally had this fight won because in the first round, Gaethje was giving him some shots. He, like I said, Gaethje, you give him credit because he just kept attacking that eye, but like he was getting some good shots in, but Topuria was destroying him, bro. He was hitting him with mad shots. Second round, you get him to the ground, look like you're gonna ground and pound and get the knockout. He couldn't finish the job, bro. He went for an arm bar and tried to do some cheap shit, and then Gaethje came back, and then the fight just flipped at that point.
My analogy yesterday was I think he just started playing with his food.
He did. He really did.
And it felt like he was dominating, and then all of a sudden he's playing with his food, he's having fun, and then oh, wait a second.
And Gaethje started
Justin
tagging
Gaethje's
his
not
ass.
a guy
Pow.
you can do that with.
You know what's crazy though? I think he probably before they ended the fight, he probably won that round before they ended it. Ilya.
Yeah.
The round before that, which is crazy.
The doctor tried to call it off.
The doctor called.
Dana White was like, hell no.
The doctor did call it. He was like, nope, we're done. And then someone came in and was like, get out of here.
I think it was Ilya's brother that's like, no. And you could tell Ilya was like, oh, okay, fine.
No, that was in the last round. Yeah, because he took that knee to the ribs like right as the round ended.
Yeah.
He was over in the corner dead, bro. His brother like, no, he's still going. Like, no, he's not, bro. He's out of there.
Nope.
I gotta stock down. This one could turn into a little bit of a conversation. But this is a well-needed conversation. It happened yesterday. Stock down, Michigan State University boys.
Ooh.
They're in a blender of a spot right now where they've lost now their president of the university and they lost their AD of the university. And then you have probably one of the face of the university, one of the greatest of all time, Tom Izzo, coming out yesterday. I should have sent you the video, and essentially just calling out the university and saying, I've had enough of this. Like, we've reached a line here. With the board of trustees and everyone there, they are at an all-time low right now. I was talking to Bomber, who went to Michigan State in the back, and he's, as a fan and as a former, like an alumni, he's sitting there going like, this is a bad spot to be in. Like they're at an all-time bottom, all-time low, and it's not even close right now. And we were talking over there with Neil and stuff. Like, how do you even get out of that? What do you do? Because in a world where you need the money, right, for NIL, and you need the money to kind of create your athletic programs to be good, you have a board there that's not willing to even talk money.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you have ADs and presidents that are like, hey, if this is happening, I'm out. So it's like, who even wants to come in and be an AD and be a president there? And who wants to do that if there's not an opportunity to be able to be good? I said it to them. I said, they're essentially right now like Rutgers. But the only issue with Rutgers is the board and everyone at Rutgers, they actually are trying to be good in athletics. Like, they want to be good. Now, do they have the resources and things to do it? No. But Michigan State has all of that. They just don't want to do it. And that's I think that's the worst spot to be in. It's a worse spot because no one in that board wants them to be successful in athletics.
Mm-hmm.
And now, you have the AD leaving. It really is. And this isn't me talking as like a Michigan fan or anything. It's an observation of like, hey, this is not good, and this is very, very far stock down.
Yeah, that's how I love that one. There's a lot of people I want to get to too. Caleb, give your stock down.
Yeah, mine's a little personal. I'm just gonna say it's stock down. I don't know if you guys know what these are, mulberry trees. They come back in the summer and they grow these fucking berries, man, and they fall in your driveway. And when you step on them, it's like blue paint.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
If you wear white shoes, your shoes are destroyed. It gets on your car.
Yeah.
The fucking birds eat them, then they shit them out all over your car.
No, it's real. That's real.
Stock down, and I had one in my house growing up.
Fair.
Stock down mulberry trees. Another quick one too. Back to the UFC. Stock down. Look, he's a legend. Stock down Derek Lewis. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Damn, my boy D. Lou, man.
To be honest, it's not even stock down. He lost. He's been losing.
Yeah.
He lost the last fight, and when he lost it, they were like, let's get him on the White House card. And it was like, wait, what?
God damn, is he entertaining?
30 seconds
it is.
into
It's
the
fun to
fight,
watch.
he was dead.
Yeah,
he
bro.
was dead 30 seconds into the fight. Like, it was, he was dead tired. He was, like, barely throwing
But don't F around if he catch you.
No.
If Derek Lewis catch you, though, oh, that's my guy, man. I hate to see him go out like that. But
Nobody wants problems with him, though.
No,
matter how bad he
absolutely
looks.
not.
You don't want
I
no
don't
want.
look, hey, Derek Lewis, I don't want problems.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't take a shot from him.
No.
By the way, Neil, stock up Polaris, owner of Slingshots. Literally, stock is up almost $1 since Friday.
that was gonna be my stock up. Y'all ain't asked your boy, but that was gonna be my stock up. I mean, Slingshots, man. We have put Slingshots on the map in the last week for no reason at all.
Wasn't Brian Branch in one?
No, he was at Pro Sports Zone. Shout out John U.
Was that a slingshot he was in?
fan brought that slingshot up there for him.
Even
to
more stock up.
Yeah, so
Brian Branch driving a slingshot.
What's going? Is Woodward Sports moving? Are we affecting?
I've seen more of them.
I think so.
Can we affect stocks?
We've
like
done it
this?
before. Big D Energy, we've moved markets before. So I'm dead serious.
Slingshots. What about stock down, KG?
Stock down would be Stephen A. Smith, because boy, they tore his ass up when he tried to celebrate the Knicks championship. They was online killing him, bro, because he famously said, "You are not gonna win ish with Jalen Brunson." And yeah, the New York Knicks fans was letting him have it, bro.
See,
it was bad.
Becky Hammond as well. There was the clip that came out of her saying he's not a 1A on a team. And then they kept asking. Jalen brought it up. He was like, "Yeah, I guess I'm not going to comment on the 1A comment, but
yeah."
And then it keeps getting brought up, and people are cooking Becky Hammond for saying that.
Holy shit!
We got to take a break. When we get back, we got shit you may not know with Caleb Zarnick.
Can we? By the way,
we'll read.
I was gonna say we got to.
We're gonna. We just got to go to break. We're like 6 minutes over break. We got to go to break. When we come back, we'll do it. We'll read some of your comments. Supreme Lending. Let me tell you about them. Buying a home or refinancing is a big decision. Just like in sports, though, you need the right team behind you. And my guy Chad and my guy Chris will take care of you. They boast a 99% close-on-time rate, 97% customer satisfaction score. All you got to do, mention Woodward Sports, and you will receive up to $500 off your appraisal. It's one of the biggest decisions of your life. So go with people you trust. Call the numbers on your screen. Talk to Chad and Chris at Supreme Lending today.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. One's great. Two, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Listen, if you're tired of glasses or contacts, which I'm tired of both, then you need people you can trust to handle LASIK, and that's the people over at Yaldo Eye Center. With 30 years of experience, 100,000 procedures, they are the trusted experts. It's painless, takes just 8 minutes, and the recovery is so fast that most patients are seeing 20/20 the very next day. Take advantage now of their summer promotion. You see it right there on the screen, but if you're listening, $1,699 per eye. Regardless of your prescription, it is a one-time investment that'll save you thousands of dollars on glasses and contacts in the long run. So wake up with clear vision. Book your consultation with Yaldo Eye Center today at yaldoeyecenter.com/1699. We're back. It's crunch time, Woodward Sports. We're getting to the chat here. People are putting stock up, stock down.
It's a lot of them.
And then we got shit you may not know with Caleb Zarnick. Let's see. Mike G, stock up. Rakestraw Island, stock down. Grabion Arnold. Okay.
Oh no, I haven't heard that one yet.
That's hilarious, Grabion.
By the way, Isaac Tesla, when the Megatron video got posted yesterday, our guy Klotz posted in the comment. and called him Vanillatron. And I kind of like that.
Man, y'all been trying to get that name off
pushing
for
that
a year
one.
and a half.
Vanillatron's
bro.
good.
It's not sticking.
It's
y'all.
that's such a good one.
Y'all like
Vanillatron.
Anson with the New York Peasants. It's not sticking.
Yeah, but Vanillatron, it goes. If Kelvin says, "Hey, he's built like me,"
my thing with these Lions fans, let me tell you how I feel about Lions fans. Why everything got to have a Tron at the end, bro? Not everybody can be that.
It's just big wide
was dope.
receivers.
Why Vanillatron?
It's just big body wide receivers, which is,
You ain't got it. And then I heard Optimus Prime. Like, can we stay away from Transformers? Can we just move off of that?
People do love Transformers.
He can have a better nickname than that.
Made in Detroit.
Michael Weary stocked down the NCAA, allowing a player that bets on his team to continue to play.
What they gonna do?
How about this? Stock up, KG and Caleb.
Hey,
nice.
shout out.
Nice.
Shout out.
Shout out Jomo Lion
Nice.
King.
Appreciate that.
I mean, that's fair.
There was another one that I loved.
Michael Weary stocked down having a UFC event on the front lawn of the White House. Yeah, Dana White was like, I ain't doing that again, man.
Yeah.
All the money that went into that event.
And that shit looked spectacular. I
it
know
did.
that cost money for sure.
No question. Yeah, no question on that. Hoop Hard at stock down Dylan Larkin. Stock up Technotronics, unrelated 1989 Belgian techno anthem, Pump Up the Jam.
Oh.
Sure. I don't know what that means.
He said that earlier today. The jam.
Pump it up. Yeah, no, I know the song, but I don't know that. Why is that stock down? It's a good
he
song.
put that in the morning chat.
Is there something that came out about that
Maybe
song?
it
must
vibes.
have.
Maybe just vibes.
Michael Weary said, Booner, thank you for that. As an MSU alum, it sickens me to see the state of MSU athletics. I think that's fair. I think state fans have a right to be like up in arms about this whole situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's and then it takes Tom Izzo to come out and be like, what the hell is going on, dude? We got to.
I did tell Neil. I said, hey, if I'm Tom Izzo, I'm just. And Neil brought up a good point. The money doesn't make sense. But if I'm Tom, I'm like, I'll be the AD and I'll change this thing. But Tom, it's a lot of work.
He ain't got the bandwidth to be there.
No.
He could barely hold on to being a coach now.
Yeah, and
like,
the price change, the price difference Neil brought up is a significant, probably pay cut. So it makes sense.
KJ, stock up John Jones after that Gone performance against Alex.
Man, I'm so sick of Salil Gone, bro.
Yeah, then you got to think though. Like, John Jones bitched him.
He did
around,
but that's John Jones. He's gonna do.
But think about that though, like, and he,
old John Jones too.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like,
and Cyril Gons are really good.
Yeah,
and that's what I was telling Easy. I was like, it's crazy to think like John Jones bitched him around.
Yeah.
This one here, boys.
He would destroy Alex Pereira.
Danny G, stock up, United States men's soccer team. Did you guys see that? Incredible, by the way.
Yeah.
And I will say this: I told Caleb, I told you guys I'm good in World Cup betting. Caleb, what's my record?
9-2.
9-2.
Yeah.
Betting the World Cup.
Team USA stock up for now, but
it could go down quick.
Vibes are high right now.
Yeah. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Chuck Brewer, stock up crunch time, stock down idiots who want to call in and ruin the show.
That part.
Yeah.
I like that.
We got to get phone lines, man.
Yeah, we do.
We actually, we told you, we want to start involving the fans as well.
We can work that in.
Yeah, so with
it's been a while.
I told you guys, send us videos on social media of you having takes or thoughts on takes we have. If you disagree, record yourself. That we got to screen these videos before we put them on there.
Right.
But if we get these videos and it's you giving a take or you reacted to one of our takes, we'll play them on the show and talk about them. So,
do you guys want a World Cup bet?
Go ahead.
Do you guys want one?
Yeah, sure.
Plus 114, France to win, Mbappe, anytime goal scorer.
Oh yeah, I'm with that.
Plus 114. See, this is how I bet them. Nice, easy. Just
who's France an underdog to? I thought they're like one of the favorites to win the.
They're not. It's a parlay. Minus 220. And yeah, come on. I need you. You got your segment coming up. We need you to, on all your P's and Q's.
I need to get locked in. Sorry.
Yeah. So France money line, Mbappe anytime goal scorer.
There you go.
Plus 114. There you go. Yesterday I was 3-0 yesterday.
Right.
I bet 3 games, three draws. All 3 were draws.
Yeah. My bad, Danny G. I wasn't trying to hate on you, bro.
Shout out
it
Danny
off,
G.
man.
Let's head to break. We come back. We got shit you may not know with Caleb Zarnick, and he's going to tell us about some shit we may not know. Don't worry, we'll get to the super chats as well. But first, we got to hear about the Heavies all night stream on.
Come on.
Do we want to do that, or do we want to do BlackRock first?
Let's do that, and then
right,
coming back, we'll hit BlackRock.
All right, heavyweight subathon this Friday,
Woo!
June 19th at 5 o'clock. Here's the thing. You guys, the chat, you control everything. Every time you donate, it adds more time to the clock. You hold the power. How long will they be stuck on camera? It is completely up to you. I will say, I think a lot of the fellas are going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. June 19th, starting at 5 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Keep that clock ticking. We'll see you this Friday.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Thrive Energy pouches give me the energy and clarity to find and beat the shit out of every opportunity that shows its face.
Live and direct, I'm back on set action. Create the wave, we cannonball splash 'em. Mic cord swinging, get your head chopped. Point blank, dead stop. 16 bars in a headlock.
Thrive Energy pouches are for the people who actually want to win, not for the crybabies out there who are happy with a participation award. There's zero sugar, so give Thrive a try.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
All right, if you're looking for the perfect spot to host your next party or get together, head over to Black Rock Bar and Grill, home of the steak on the stone. Whether it's a graduation party, a baby shower, rehearsal dinner, or your next big watch party, Black Rock, they have the food, drinks, and atmosphere to make it unforgettable. And the best part about it, there's truly something for everyone, from different cocktails, mocktails, salads, burgers, desserts, and obviously their famous steaks cooked right on the rock or chef prepared to perfection. Book your next event today at Black Rock Bar and Grill and find a location near you at blackrockrestaurants.com.
We're back. It's Crunch Time, Woodward Sports. Time for our daily benchmark. Shit you may not know with Caleb Zarnick. Caleb, tell us about some shit we may not know.
All right, let's do it. First thing, the U.S. Open is back. It's at Shinnecock Hills this year. The last winner at Shinnecock, I believe, was +1. That was Brooks Koepka. That's what won. It was +1. If you guys played 18 holes at Shinnecock Hills, do you think you would make one bogey?
Is this harder than Oakmont?
No, I wouldn't say it's harder than Oakmont, but Shinnecock is like
Shinnecock.
That's a hell of a
You've
name.
never heard of Shinnecock before?
No, I've heard of it, but it is
What
crazy
is a
name.
Shinnecock?
What is your question? I'm a little confused.
If you played 18
would I make a
holes
bogey?
at
I'd make a lot
Shinnecock,
of bogeys.
Would you make one? No. Do you think you'd make a bogey there?
You're right. You're talking about
I don't think you would make one bogey.
I mean, it would be a.
I would make a bogey.
No, I don't think you would.
I mean, if Brooks
Koepka won it with +1, I don't think you're making a bogey.
If
one bogey.
I mean, what's the like? Is there an index? Like I shoot 90 on a course, basic ass course. What does that translate to? 130?
Probably more.
Okay.
At Shinnecock. Like honestly.
140. All right.
Yeah, but speaking of golf, real quick, look, shout out our guy. He's got a pool and he's got a hell of a golf swing. Shout out our guy here, the Doc.
No.
I think he played Detroit Country Club the other day. Check out this swing. If you want to talk about winning at Shinnecock.
Oh,
this is it right
I mean,
here
the
for
club's
Doc.
as tall as he is.
I'm gonna rewind that real quick.
All right, Doc. That
Did
shit was
anyone
smooth.
else hear that grunt?
Don't matter. That swing was clean.
Oh yeah.
And here's Doc with the ball.
He did say,
Doc, that's a clean
that was
swing.
clean.
Doc.
He did say afterwards that was some of the best golf he's played.
I did see he did not lose
ball.
one ball,
So shout out,
which good for him.
Shout out Detroit Country Club. Unfortunately, I think this is the last year of the Rocket Mortgage
is.
at the Detroit Country
It is,
Club,
unfortunately.
So that sucks. But
It was
at
a
least-
staple for a few years.
Yeah,
though.
I don't know why they're getting rid of it, but shout out the Doc.
The boys will
for
be out there
playing
for the last year, man. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and this one, it goes along with a super chat from Michael Weary. He says, any thoughts, QB Brendan Sorsby plans to apply for the NFL supplemental draft? Shout out for the $5, Michael Weary. I will say there's been a few players that come out of the supplemental draft that have been pretty damn good. And I'm not saying Michael Sorsby is the same, but Josh Gordon, Chris Carter, Brian Bosworth, and Terrell Pryor, not a great player.
Dude.
But they all came from the supplemental draft, and I've been
Talk
seeing
to
a
him,
lot of
Jeff.
fans on Twitter watching the all 22 on the Brendan Sorsby saying this should be my starting quarterback. What do you guys think about Brendan Sorsby going to the supplemental draft?
Good luck.
Jeff, I'll start with you because you look like you got a lot to say over there.
I don't.
You don't like
Cool.
When was the last time?
Cool
By the way,
story,
He's
like,
going to the supplemental draft. Awesome. I want no part. I don't want to partake. I'm good.
when was
Cool
the last
story,
time
bro.
we even heard about the supplemental draft? Like we hear about
Probably
it once every 6 years.
I want nothing to do with Brendan Sorsby. I want nothing to do with him.
He's
I'm out.
talented.
All right, cool. I'm out.
Is he?
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a reason. I mean, he has talent. It's not like he's like a talentless quarterback. The reason, I mean, he was the number one player in the portal was because he's talented.
I guess.
But I don't know. I mean, last year he did throw for 2,800 yards, 27 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. But again, that was at Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm out.
So
Take
it with a
right.
grain
I'm
of
like,
salt.
Jeff, yeah, I'm out.
He's got
Throw my hand in, I'm
way
out.
too much baggage.
I wonder what team
probably
would go
cost
for that.
probably to be in a bidding war with teams with draft capital. Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Do you think there's any teams that he could go to right now that he would be competing for?
Not competing
the
for
only
the job.
team that I could think
There's
about
teams
that,
he can go to.
like Arizona, they have a
Cleveland?
quarterback battle. Cleveland, but they have like 10
Cleveland, dude, if
quarterbacks.
they have,
Right.
What is it? What would it be?
Let's
Dylan
see.
Gabriel,
Miami?
Deshaun Watson.
No, Malik got that job.
Dylan Gabriel, Deshaun Watson, Shadur Sanders,
Sorsby.
and Sorsby.
And that's a
If
what
they
a
still have
quarterback.
Kenny
Like
Pickett
like
or
I
no?
said this morning, anything to not play Shadur, they will do whatever in their power to make sure he don't get on the
They'll
field.
probably give up a first-round pick for this supplemental draft just to get Sorsby.
Right.
That's probably what Andrew Barry will do.
Oh my
I've been
God.
seeing a lot of. I mean, like I said, people are going on the all 22s and watching Sorsby. I've seen. I'm not kidding.
The all 22s.
Oh.
2 or 3 people say that he looks like Aaron Rodgers.
You know who honestly?
On the all 22, which
I don't know.
is disgusting.
I'll give you a team.
Oh, I
that
hate him even
actually-
more now.
I'll give
Yeah.
you guys a team that actually can just take a shot at a quarterback, and it's like, hey, if he works out, he works out. The New York Jets. Why not? Like, what do you have to lose?
How does the bidding
My
work?
job. If I'm Aaron Glenn, my job.
He's already basically
And-
there.
Exactly. So I'm not
well,
bringing
what do
him
you have
in.
to lose? Probably a second-round pick or something.
Why
like
not?
that.
If you're the Jets, why not just try it out?
Yeah, all right.
I bet you he becomes a New York Jet. I bet you that's a team he's on.
It do
if
what?
they think their
I
seat's
bet you he's
hot,
there.
well, I mean,
And do what? Start?
Just compete. Just go in there and see what can happen. It's like taking a
he
shot
ain't
at
gonna
a
beat
quarterback.
Cade Klubnik going to beat him out.
I forgot Cade Klubnik. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
shout
Cade
out, man.
Klubnik.
Not
Yeah.
Cade
Clemson's
Klubnik.
finest.
All right, I got one more here before we wrap it up. Just real quick. I mean, I couldn't do this without mentioning this. Yesterday, World Cup. Cabo Verde. Didn't even know this place existed, but shout out. With a population of 530,000 people, which is less than the city of Detroit, drew with Spain yesterday. I mean, I think that's pretty. Is that right, Booner? It was Spain? That's
Yeah.
what Cabo Verde
Yeah.
played? Yeah.
That's
drew with
insane.
Spain, to put it in perspective, Spain was one of the favorites to win the whole thing. Cabo Verde?
Cabo Verde?
They were like the bottom. They were like, I think, one of the dead last teams in odds.
A
to
draw
win
is
it.
a win for them.
Yeah, so
that's
they got
amazing.
a point in the World Cup, like in the standings. Like that's incredible. They literally were one of the last teams to win the whole thing. They were like one of the last teams in. One of the smallest countries probably ever in the World Cup.
Where's that? Where are they located?
Cabo Verde. I don't know where it is.
I
I
can
think
look
it's a collection of. I think it's
a little
collection
island off of
islands, yeah.
Africa, the west coast. It looks.
I'm telling you that, like, there's countries that soccer or football, whatever you want to call, like they
like a
live,
small
breathe,
country
they,
like
they love
Hawaii.
it.
Oh, overseas is the biggest game
Yeah.
in the world.
They get
it's
kids
just
playing
not
young.
here.
No.
Americans act like that shit
They
is like
literally
fifth place.
Their island is like the same size as Hawaii, and they're a country, and Hawaii is a state.
Shout out.
Puts it in perspective a little bit, but it probably is beautiful there. I mean, you're in the Atlantic
I looked
Ocean.
at pictures. I might take a vacation. to
Yeah, it
Cabo
looks
Verde.
beautiful. Some of these pictures. If you look at some of the countries, it's insane. Some of the countries that are in this, like it's actually kind of incredible the fact that, and they're coming all the way to America and Mexico and stuff to play in Canada.
Yeah.
But again, hey, today France and Mbappe, anytime goal scorer plus
There you
114.
We'll get
That's
outta
the
here.
start
Good
of
stuff,
my Booner bets here at Woodward. Try and get like a get right.
We'll be
That's
back
it.
tomorrow. No Doc tomorrow. He's joining Thursday this week because, minicamp and stuff like that.
Yes.
So he'll join Thursday with us. He'll be working tomorrow. Can't wait to talk to him. But until tomorrow, 11-1, we got Braylon, Anson, heavyweights 5-7, Braylon, Anson 2-4. Stick around on Woodward Sports. You don't want to miss it. But until tomorrow, peace.
Smash that like button on the way out.
Yeah, hit that like button.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.